recently, but more recently after The Witcher 3, he did The Division. He did a character in The Division, or a bunch of characters. So there's various voices.
Isn't that just
American
Chernobog?
Truck Simulator. Chernobog? Is that how you say it? Okay, I have no
My
clue.
understanding.
Hi, Suki.
As I
Hi.
said, I have no fucking clue. Apparently,
I kind of
various
feel like
characters
you would have known
incorporate-
that. Isn't that like, isn't it Russian? Like, it's not like a. You play
Okay,
stalker games.
That's not even in any stalker games. It's a Slavic deity, but like, I don't fucking know.
We're discussing how to
His
pronounce
name literally
this.
translates to Black God. Historically, it is the most common. It is mostly documented in 12th century Christian chronicles as an omen of bad luck. Though his status as widely worshipped god remains debated by modern scholars. I have no clue. This is not something I know because this has never shown up in what's it called? It's never showed. It was showed up in. What's that game I played? Never showed up in any of the
Stalker?
Slavic games I played. Well,
I can't
Stalker.
believe you're not familiar with Palabian Slav mythology.
I am somewhat familiar, but only from things that have been displayed in games. I haven't necessarily gone looking for it outside of games. I don't think this fucking thing was in Stalker at all.
I mean, I probably know it because Chernobog is a character in Neil Gaiman's American Gods. This is the earliest time I remember. I read that book when I was like 11.
Okay.
When it came out.
Apparently if I had it finished. Apparently if I had it finished, Stalker Anomaly or Stalker Gamma, he would have been in that. So you're actually right. Sort of. It's only in modded content of
It also says it is a monster in Netflix's The Witcher universe.
Netflix The Witcher. Wow.
A lot of people like that. Oh wait, but you're like a fandom purist.
I'm not a fandom purist.
If you watch,
I'm gonna enjoy it in the medium that I like, and that is the books or the games. Because the show.
Did you watch it?
I watched the first season and it was kind of boring. I just got bored. I also didn't like some of the changes they made.
Did you not like them because they're changes?
No, I don't think it's that. It's because I like the original a lot.
That sounds like a yes. That sounds like a yes to me.
I mean, yeah, kind of, but it was like, I don't know.
Chernobog.
Silver, hi.
Chernobog.
Oh, what the heck? Thank you for the resub. Chernobog. Go to Jamie.
Chernobog.
Chernobog. Thank you for the 37 months, Jesus.
Also the fucking Nilfgaardian armor was fucking disgusting.
The what?
Hang on, I'll show you.
Tell me about these MILF guards. What the?
Nilfgaard. Nilfgaard. Look at this shit. This is one of the reasons I fucking despise the fucking show. I just can't. I can't.
Oh my
Look
God.
at that. Oh.
Okay, let me.
I didn't get up to this part. Thank fuck. At least I don't think I did. I just saw it outside of the thing and I was like, damn, that's fucking horrendous.
That's awful. What? The one on the left looks so cool.
Also, there was a lot of comments from the director that were like straight up just like, I don't give a shit about like the lore accuracy and like not making it for the gamers, and it was like which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Obviously things need to be changed for TV, but like I didn't like how they changed it. And it's like, I kind of just want the books. I like the books. I like the way the books do it. But
I think the director for like the Mass Effect TV show said something kind of similar. Like we're trying not to focus on the fans of the original games, and that's making me a little worried.
Okay. I'm pretty sure what's his name isn't the best from what I heard. Henry Cavill. But also,
isn't the best.
He tried. I believe he had like some. He had some controversy, right? He's like kind of like
familiar. He's like a huge
is he not
Witcher
chuddy?
fan. He's like a big D&D guy.
Isn't he like chuddy though?
So.
I thought he was chuddy.
Why is his armor
I'm
wrinkly?
looking it up, but I'd like finds it hard to believe if he's a big Witcher D&D guy. Well, hold on. Following his abrupt and controversial replacement as Superman.
I don't know why
he got. Oh well, he had a bunch of people defending him. That were like, because he got replaced as Superman.
So the things with The Witcher, but like, okay, so the thing was that with the Me Too stuff, the thing I was thinking about is when he was like doing the whole thing saying he was scared to date women because of the Me Too stuff, and he didn't want to be like considered a rapist just because that's what every woman thinks, apparently. Which
when I looked it up, he wasn't removed from anything for
yeah, it wasn't removed from anything for it. The reason for The Witcher was because I believe he actually wanted to do stuff more like the books, and they were like, no, get fucked, get lost.
Yeah, reported frustration with the writers from straying too far from the original books. He's a massive fan of the source material and clashed with the production team because he wanted the series to remain faithful to the books.
I also agreed with him in this regard, and this is like...
But it doesn't seem to be a chud anyway. He just had chuds defending him because they replaced him as Superman, and everyone's like, it's because of woke.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
They associate him with an anti-woke aesthetic due to his preference for classic traditional interpretation of Superman.
Okay. I don't know. I just remember.
But I see what you're saying about the Me Too thing. In 2018 in GQ Australia, comments regarding dating, expressing hesitation to approach women, not date women. Approach women with fears of being labeled as a rapist or a murderer.
Yeah, and I believe that had a lot of people, you know, the like incel kind of group.
Yeah,
those people talking about it. So I guess that's why I have that association. I never really looked into it though.
He did apparently issue an apology for, like, he's like, I don't think I meant it that way, but sorry the confusion or negative sentiment caused by his words. However, he has spoken positively about strong ties to patriotism in the British military. This is from a military family.
Not a chud. Interesting.
He could. I mean, he could be a little chatty. It's hard to say. It's not like super.
Yeah. Apparently, he said he supports.
He's had public statements about family values that are a little like,
Yeah, and that's what I mean. He's seems a little chuddy, but I don't think he's like super chuddy. It's just, I don't know. there's a few of those things where
honestly,
it's like,
the worst thing he does is play Warhammer 40k because that is the
Henry Cavill has not made.
And who would have ever?
Henry Cavill has not made any public statements or taken a stance regarding Israel or the Israeli-Palestine conflict.
Yeah.
Anyway, how we this?
But
fucking Chernobog, Jesus.
Chernobog.
Yeah, and me not liking the Witcher TV show.
Consequently from Chernobog.
Well, Rose, there is one thing you might like that has been, yeah. I wish I had a better segue, but in the U.S. there's a bill to end daylight savings, and it passed the House today.
I thought you might like Umineko when they cry.
Oh, you know, I should have done that. That would have been a good segue.
I was thinking you were gonna go.
I did also see that it passed the House, and it has to pass the Senate, which is the harder thing to do. So
yeah, but I can't imagine people would turn it down. I don't know. I don't know if anything like that's ever been pushed for in Australia.
You don't think so? Because you complained to me a bunch of times about how weird daylight saving is in Australia.
Yeah, it is, but I don't think they've ever pushed for it, is what I'm saying. Like, I've never heard anyone say that there's been a push for it.
Gotcha. I'm surprised. Or maybe after... Yeah, because like everyone complains about the annoyances of daylight savings, and like, I mean, I'm surprised it's taken so long for people to for a bill to be introduced at all to be able to deal with it and just get rid of it. But people have just like had to deal with it for so long, and like I don't know anyone who's like, yes, I love daylight savings. I love having to shift everything around an hour twice a year.
Oh yeah, and then like some places don't actually do it. What places? Are there any places in the US that never do daylight savings?
Arizona.
Yeah, so it's like super confusing when you're going between that place and like places around it, or
it's just generally
stuff
confusing.
between them. Also,
right.
Did I tell you all? I got jury duty notice at my old place.
Oh.
I don't know if it's like the US, but like you probably just won't get called in.
No, I didn't. Listen, I'm getting it. I got it, and then I was like, oh fuck. How do I do this? And my mom was like, I'll send you the details. So I waited a few days. She didn't send me the details. Like, you can send me the details. She still didn't send me the details. She's like, we'll do it when I go to work. And then I was like, you still haven't sent me the details because it's due in 5 days. 5 days I need to give a response if I'm like not able to attend. And then she eventually gave me the details, and I submitted it, and like 10 minutes later, I get a message, your exemption has been accepted. Thank fucking God, because I wasn't gonna fly back to Queensland to do fucking jury duty. Ugh.
Well, they're flying all the way back to Queensland to do jury duty. They better be paying for your flight.
True.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been what I was said. Like, hey, I can't afford to fly. Like, you gonna fly me back? I can't afford the flight, but I wouldn't say that.
You can't afford the flight, or you don't want to pay for the flight?
I wouldn't have wanted to pay for the flight, but I would have said, I can't afford it. Like, I need all the money I have. I probably could afford a flight, but I don't want to spend that fucking, what? I don't know what. Yeah.
Actually, you've been caught now. We work for the Australian government.
Well, then you would know that I've moved, so I don't actually have to do it.
You have to pay for the flight.
No, because I actually have moved, so like, it's not like an issue, you know?
It's an issue. You need to pay for the flight.
Yep, you gotta go jury duty.
Like, I moved.
Or else you're gonna see a jury one way or the other, you know?
Yeah, what was the fucking thing here? They have like a thing. And it doesn't tell me. There was something talking about what the fine is, but the fine was like $1,000, which is like, what the fuck?
I guess actually in the U.S. it's like a fine, but yeah, I assume it's also the same in Australia, which I guess it is. Yeah, you're saying it's like $1,000 fine.
Dang.
But I do love the idea of like just making the problem worse by sending you to trial them, and then you need a jury, and they have to.
Yeah, and they have to bring more jurors in, and the cycle perpetuates.
Yeah, I would have had to go back during September, which I think I might already be going back. I mean, maybe. Actually, the time that... Oh, it says 4 weeks from there. I wouldn't have been in town for 4 weeks. You know, I might go back to Queensland for my sister's 21st. If she even responds to me. Are we streaming? I mean, are we live?
Yeah, we are.
Yes, we've been live for the past.
I'm not gonna get into it then. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, you know what we can get into?
Oh.
Umineko.
Can we get into? Oh no way! That's that game we've been playing, right?
Yeah, the game. It's that game that we played last week. It's
last week.
Yeah.
Just a week away.
One more week till Christmas.
Just a week away.
Just a week away.
I'm so happy about this information. Pick up the game. I'm gonna need to see opening again, thank you. Off, let me get the sound for you, chat. Alright, you guys should be able to see and hear the game now. Yes, you can. Good, good, good. But yeah. Alright, we are going to continue our playthrough of Umineko. No, stop playing the opening. I was trying to do a recap. But yeah, last time we played, we basically just traveled to the island of Rakanjima. I think I'm saying that right. And we met a whole bunch of the Ushuramiya family, as well as some of the servants. We have not made it to the island proper yet, but our protagonist, Battler, met up with some of his cousins who he has not seen for the past 6 years, met some of his aunts and uncles again after such a long time, and is on the way to the island, but it seems that there are hints of an ill omen that may occur on this island tonight. And we're going to right where we left off. Fun fact, when the game crashed, but at the end of last stream, it did not make the save, so I had to like skip all the way back over here. So it turned out if you don't run the game as an administrator and you try to save, it just won't work. It just crashes.
I see. I guess because it's trying to edit files on your computer and it freaks out and doesn't know how to do it right because it doesn't think it has the right permissions.
Yep. That's exactly what happened. That was the exact error. Like it didn't have the permission to write the save file. But thankfully this time I did click run as administrator, so I will not have to skim through like 2 hours of game again. But yes. Since Chimera is not able to make it today, we shall divvy up his characters between us four. I guess who wants to be Hideyoshi here?
Maybe I should open the stream. That would probably help. Well, I don't want to talk to myself.
I'm back. I'm sorry.
But that's probably going to happen at some point. Like, multiple points.
Oh, yeah.
We can split it up to make it not happen, hopefully. But yeah, probably.
It's going to happen regardless. Like, we all have, like, 5 characters during this thing. It's going to happen.
I'm happy to take on most of Chimera's characters if y'all desire, but it's up to you. I definitely want this fucking southern dude.
It's all yours then, Mel.
Yeah, fucking take it.
Alright. Since he'd shown up partway through, he completely failed to notice the complicated atmosphere that hung about the scene. Oh yeah, because like we ended right where Maria was saying like there's an ill omen after seeing like a shrine that was apparently on the island was missing for some reason.
Ominous.
Yeah,
ominous.
Spooked because
ominous.
the local deity's shrine is gone or something.
Ominous.
So that is the complicated atmosphere.
Yes, it's ominous. I get it.
Ominous. So he professionally and unwittingly swept that atmosphere aside. So in the end, it was...
Am I the only one hearing puns occasionally turn into a robot?
Oh no, I hope it's not Mike's not doing it again.
That. I did not hear that, so...
Maybe, but give me a sec.
Chat, do I sound okay? Do I sound fine?
Oh, yeah, no, I heard that.
But it's through Discord that we're hearing it.
Chat, okay. I guess it's not
definitely...
Okay, if stream hears me as a robot, then that's a problem. If you guys hear me as a robot, that's not as big a deal. It's fine, not as bad as last time. Okay, but it is still being weird. Oh, I think I need a new mic or something. It was acting like this during Friday's stream when I was playing Scarlet Hollow. It's a visual novel by the people who made Slay the Princess. And my mic was just randomly turning my voice into a robot. It's doing it because I just heard you do it through Discord and then I heard it through the stream. But it was like not even necessarily just your voice. It was like it was like a noise coming through, like interruption or interference or something even, which could just be your mic cable even. Let me.
What kind of mic? I assume you're using like an actual real mic.
Yeah, I have like an Audio Technica mic that plugs into like a Focusrite audio.
Oh my god, I have the exact same setup, except I'm using a Shure microphone instead of an Audio Technica. I used to have an Audio Technica.
Oh, do you have a little like red Focusrite?
Yeah, I have a Focusrite Scarlet. I have a really old Focusrite Scarlet.
I have a Focusrite Scarlet as well.
Yeah, mine's like both the mic and the Focusrite are hand-me-downs from Cynthia.
Mine's also hand-me-down. It's mega old gen.
I bought mine new as of like 2021 or some shit.
Yeah, yours is a newer generation.
Yeah. It's really annoying because like a lot of the documentation online is the old stuff, so that when I ever looked up stuff, it was like hard to find the exact model because like there's so much of the other one. I had a Rode mic though. Good Australian company, I believe.
Rode is a good company.
It's an Australian company, I believe.
I think I definitely should want to replace my mic at some point. I don't know what mic I'd get though. Not too knowledgeable about this kind of stuff.
I mean, I just get a Shure Audio Technica if I were you. And literally, you can go no wrong with a basic of either.
Okay.
You don't need a condenser. You definitely shouldn't get any Blue products. Fuck that company.
Is that like the Blue Yeti?
Get a Blue Yeti. No, get a Blue Yeti. They're really good.
Yeah, you're a podcaster from 2014.
Okay, how do I sound now? I moved the mic cable a little bit. I turned the Focusrite on and off.
How is that now?
It just happens every now and then. It could be depending on how old the Scarlet is, it could be the Scarlet too. But like, are you using an XLR cable?
Yes.
Could be an old XLR cable. It could be the Scarlet. itself rather than the mic.
Silver, you were here for the Factorio stream on Saturday, right? Was my voice being weird on Saturday? I remember it was being weird on Friday, but was it being weird on Saturday as well?
I've just been doing this for a while, I swear.
This part where it goes like, it like really takes over and spikes in the robot, I feel like it's not been doing on stream, at least. Not with me here.
No, not as much. I think it's doing it more now, but I think it's always done this.
I think it's been worse during like the past few streams, I think, because like every now and again I would turn to like the radio demon from Has Been Hotel, but like then the next stream it would be fine, or like if I restart my computer it would be fine, but like this seems like it's been like the past few streams my audio has been a little bit weird. Okay, well actually I was just gonna try and restart my PC since like we're only 30 minutes into stream.
I definitely restart your Scarlet mixer as well, because it won't necessarily restart from the computer. You should like unplug it and plug it back in.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, chat. I am going to quickly restart to my computer, and hopefully that will fix my audio issues. If not, we might have to just deal with it for the stream. But yes, I will be right back, everybody. Stream should my computer should hopefully not take that long.
Stay tuned in.
Stay
Don't
tuned,
leave the
everybody.
tab.
Don't touch that dial.
Don't close that tab. I'll be right back, everybody. Just do a big ol' restart.
Sounds like action RPG. It sounds like Final Fantasy.
Yeah, yes. And it's very similar to
Alright.
what's that other game I was gonna play? Neverwinter Nights? It's similar to that too.
Stream is back up. Let's see how I sound now.
Haven't heard it yet.
Hopefully this restarting fixing. Usually just restarting it fixes it. So hopefully it will be enough this time.
I think most people call that CRPG though, not action RPG. But it's like...
What's the C stand for?
Computer.
Cathode.
Computer? What?
Yeah! Not very descriptive. CRPGs are...
They're just,
it's a broad category,
like any... But that's just like any... Yeah, it's a really...
The combat I don't think necessarily determines that.
I want to say... when I say action RPG, I mean like it's not turn-based. It's not like dead air between moves.
Yeah. They're back. They have gotten off on some tangent about cathode ray playing games.
Cathode games?
Oi, Govern. Wait, we're not live though.
Yeah, we are.
All right.
I'm back. Refresh.
Hello, everyone.
I can live.
I can tell that you turned the dial. Where are you?
You better rejoin. We'll reopen the stream chat.
They're not gonna fucking hear you. They're not gonna hear you if they haven't opened it.
They can hear me. They can hear me specifically.
Specifically, no.
Yeah, I guess this one.
No, what I was gonna say though is originally when I played The Witcher, I think I played it 6 years ago, but I think I played it before that because I also played it on my really old laptop. So the last time I played it 6 years ago, I really couldn't get into it because the combat was so like not what I was used to. But recently I've like been playing a lot of older games and I've gotten really used to that kind of combat. So, or not that kind of combat, but just like other combat shit. So I'm like not as affected by it anymore.
Gotcha.
And The Witcher is my favorite setting in any. It's my favorite fantasy setting. It's my favorite setting in general because fantasy is my favorite, like, category, genre, setting. It's my favorite subsetting of
fantasy.
setting.
Anyways, did he show up partway through?
Oh, wait.
Oh, waiting.
So we refreshingly, unwillingly swept the atmosphere aside. What were we saying, Mo?
Nah, it's a tangent. I'll wait.
Okay. So in the end, it was his unwillingness that brightened the mood.
Looks like we're almost done here. Alright, just a little more. Took forever at the speed we went today, didn't it? You all know whose fault that is.
That's fucked up.
Oh, Uncle Hideyoshi, give me a break already.
Keep on twisting that knife. Seriously, because Fedla, it's taking forever. It wasn't meant to be that forever. It was meant to be forever. That's what it was meant to be.
I said, ooh.
Oh, it didn't come through the mic.
Ooh, I just like was dying.
Maria had probably come to the conclusion that no one was going to listen to her. She hung her head, wearing a fretful face. As she did, George and Nikki crouched down to meet her eyes and spoke to her kindly. Who would like to be George?
Catherine has a calming voice.
Maria-chan? There's nothing to be afraid of. Because we're all together. There's nothing to be afraid of when we're together. Go ahead and say it.
Ooh. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're together.
Yes. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're together.
Ooh.
Yeah, George Nikki knows what he's talking about. If we're all together, there'll absolutely never be anything at all to be scared of. Right, Jessica?
Oh, they're gonna get separated.
No.
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 Welcome back. Thank you, Silver. Do I sound good now?
Rose, are you at your computer?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Sound like you're not.
I was looking for the ball pump.
She's pumping her balls.
Yeah, no doubt about that. George-san always tells the truth, Maria.
Ooh, George Oni-chan, always true.
Yes. I don't lie. So trust me. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're all together.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, George Oni-chan doesn't lie. I trust you. There's nothing to be afraid of if we're all together. Ooh, not afraid. Nuts!
Nah. Maria jumped into George and Nikki's arms and hugged him tightly. After Nikki patted her head, she jumped away again. Her facial expression had returned so completely to normal that she looked like a totally different person from moments before. She was once again the ordinary Maria.
Ooh, so like, damn, like, ooh.
Ooh. True.
Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of anymore because we're all together. Ooh, wait.
Yeah, that's it. You look all better now. You're strong, Maria. Good girl.
Sorry. Oh, I'm a good girl. Hey now, what's going on here? Maria-chan didn't get seasick, did she? Hmm?
Roast. I did it. I got the pump. I had enough time. I got the pump.
Well, you can't be pumping your balls on the stream.
Something like that. I'm pumping on stream.
True. Gonna get me banned on Twitch.
We'll be arriving soon.
The harbor was already drawing near. Oh, you've been gnomed? Whew.
Holy shit, we got gnomed?
Apparently.
Yeah. That is that reference, it's true.
Arf, arf. Hi, Queen Bee. Hi, C. Hi, hi. Hope you're doing good. The boat gave a big shudder. Seems we've docked at the harbor. The boat driver came out and jumped to the pier with the mooring rope. A large man in a tuxedo was there for us with a warm, smiling face. I didn't know him, but judging by his clothes, I guess he was a servant of the Ushimiya head house.
This is my guy, I think.
Yep, this is also your guy Mel.
What's he sound like? Welcome home, my lady. You were quite late, and I began to worry.
Oh, thanks for caring. The boat had Battler scared shitless, so we had to slow down for him. Seriously, what a pain in the ass.
How are you doing? We're doing pretty good, Queen Bee. Shut up. I'll remember this when the shoe's on the other foot someday. Ugh. At this rate, the word will spread around the entire family. That'll become the big conversation piece during dinner. Even without this, everyone would be talking about me because of the 6-year gap. But now I provide them with an even juicier topic. Damn it, why does the Ushimiya main family have to live in this isolated island? In the meantime... Isolated island.
Isolated island.
I forgot exactly how far we traveled from the shore, but if it's I'm trying to remember how long the boat ride was.
It's pretty fucking far with any of the fucking islands. Well, some of them are pretty close to the land. But like, I don't know, that like area with all the like islands in it is like quite large.
Interesting. I'll have to look at that after stream, because I never did that much digging around like the actual area the game takes place in. What? In the meantime, the boat has finished its mooring. A small plank was lowered so that we could get down. One by one, our parents came out of the boat.
You must all be quite tired from your long trip. Madam, please allow me to assist you. Thank you. Thanks. It's been a while, Goda-san. How are you? Thank you for your concern. It is always my pleasure to serve.
Who would like to be Kyrie?
I guess me. And unless Mel?
No, if you want to. I'm fine soaking up I'm fine soaking up some male characters from.
I'm thinking. Battler-kun, isn't this your first time meeting Goda-san? If I'm not mistaken, you weren't working here 6 years ago, right?
Indeed. So please, allow me to greet him for the first time. It is an honor to meet you, at last, Battler-sama.
I'm pretty sure about my height, but you're huge. This is definitely our first meeting. If I ever meet a big guy like you, I'd never forget it.
So the heights aren't accurate? Like, is he higher? Or is he like, are they both the same height? Like...
I'm not sure exactly how accurate the sprites are to their heights, but it's very much implied that Goda's very tall, and like other dialogue.
Yeah, he's pretty wide too, so.
Goda is definitely large.
Has that linebacker build.
In It's a pleasure. I'm Battler.
Your return has been keenly anticipated, sir. I have been working for the Ishiramiya? Is that what it is? Ishiramiya? Ishiramiya head house since the year before last. My name is Goda, your servant. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. And if there is ever anything you need, feel free to rely on me.
Goda-san, お久しぶりです. Oh, right, that's me. Goda-san, it's been some time.
It has been too long, George-sama. Please, allow me to assist you. As usual, you're a reception pro. If you ever need a job, just give me a holler, okay? I'd hire you just like that. You do me too much honor. Please allow me to assist you, Hideyoshi-sama.
Goda-san then lent a hand to everyone as they disembarked, greeting them as they passed. Excuse me. His speech and mannerisms had the refined polish of a professional. He was very graceful, in contrast with his initially rough-looking appearance. His large size made him seem a bit scary at first, but he was much more polite than my first impression of him had led me to believe. He claimed to have served on the island for 2 years, but he had doubtless worked at a similar job somewhere before. After everybody disembarked, the mooring rope was untied, the boat started to steer away from the harbor. It was probably returning to its home port in Nijima. The captain waved his hand in farewell. Maria conscientiously waved back.
Hopefully not conscientiously.
I just realized why something's been feeling out of place to me. I can't hear the cries of the seagulls.
Pointing at the screen.
Whoa, babe drop. But yes, Umineko does mean seagull. It is when the seagulls cry.
When the seagulls cry. Seagulls? Seagulls the birds?
Yeah.
No, seagulls the rabbits.
I remember whenever we came to this island, the seagulls always welcomed us with their lively "yeah, yeah" cries. And because of that, whenever I hear the cries of the seagulls in any other place, I get the feeling that I've come to a family conference. Except for the small part of the island where those of the Ushimiya family head house live, Rokenjima has been left uncultivated, apparently transforming into a paradise for wild birds. Seemingly, some cliff face or other have become home to a huge seagull colony, and so this island was always full of them. Since those seagulls didn't come to greet us, I felt a bit lonely. Did you roast?
Oh, that's me. Fuck. What do I do? What's wrong, Battlekin?
Oh, Auntie Rosa. Nah, it's nothing really. I was just saying I can't hear the seagulls, so it feels a bit lonely.
Oh, you're right. They're always so lively, but I can't see hide nor hair of one today.
Why no seagulls?
Maybe it's because the seagulls are having a gathering somewhere too. Maria, did you want to see the seagulls?
Oh, I wanted to.
Fucking hate seagulls.
Same.
It's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, I was like wondering if this is like a cultural thing. Like, did Japanese people like seagulls, or maybe this family?
I assume if you don't see them that often, it's like not that bad. But
yeah.
Like, I lived in a coastal city, so whenever we went to the beach, we went to any of the like restaurants on the beach, fucking seagulls are the most annoying shit.
Yeah, I don't know. They're kind of among some of the most annoying of the birds. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
little sky rats.
They're not scared of people, and they will come up and try and steal your food, like actively while you're eating it.
They will kill you for your food. They have no qualms about it.
I think Valor just nostalgic for them because it sounds like he doesn't live by the coast. Or
I guess,
like,
yeah. And I guess also it is unsettling if normally this place has seagulls and right now it doesn't. That is kind of unsettling.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Maybe just a tiny bit.
What happened for them all to disappear? Maybe just gonna eat all of them into shish kebabs and eat them.
Oh.
The hell? Don't say disturbing stuff like that. You'll get Maria all confused.
Jessica Oni-chan made them into shish kebabs. Ooh.
I did not. Why the hell would I do something like that?
That's right. Jessica made him the shish kebabs. Skin and meatballs, liver and onion.
Ugh.
Swim in meatballs, liver and onion. Ooh.
Ugh, I don't want to look at flesh dolls.
As I made fun of Jessica, Maria tagged along looking like she was having fun. Oh, she really knows how to join in with things. Alright then, starting today, I'll make you my #1 follower. As I smiled at her, she beamed back overjoyed. I guess happy for this little bit of solidarity.
That's not it, Maria-chan. I've heard that wild birds are attuned to changes in the weather and atmospheric pressure. And it looks like the weather will get worse around tonight. It's possible they hurried back to their nests.
Not kebabs? Jessica Oni-chan didn't make them into kebabs?
I did not. I told you I wouldn't do stuff like that. Alright, Battler, you admit right now that you lied.
Battler-kun. Maria-chan is a naive girl, so she takes even jokes seriously. You should choose your jokes more carefully.
George and Nikki gently scolded me. Even though I outstripped Nikki in height, he still commanded respect as my elder. No choice but to obediently apologize. Hey, my bad. Maria, that just now was a joke. It's just today the seagulls are all quiet in their nests.
Battler lie? George and Nikki true?
I was having fun, but you are actually just tricking me? Her pure eyes seemed to accuse me. Maybe I went a little overboard with her after all. Yeah, that's right. What George and Nikki said is true. The weather is bad, so they probably went home for today. Doesn't mean they're gone, does it? Right, Auntie?
Hang on. If you're trying to get me out opening the window so the cat can have sunlight. Cat looked like it was looking for the sit on my window.
What'd I do?
The sun. No, this cat's not you.
I know.
Alright, I'm back. Oh, that's so cute. That's right. Tomorrow when the weather gets better, I'm sure they'll come back and let you hear their cries.
I'll wait for the weather to get better so they come back. Wait for tomorrow. Wait for the weather to get better.
Maria's mood lightened, and she started looking forward to tomorrow, when the seagulls would come back and fill the skies. Still, George Nikki really is amazing at taking care of kids. I think I remember Nikki taking good care of me as well when I was a brat 6 years ago. Nikki might have quite some talent for this kind of thing.
George-kun, you're so amazing at taking care of kids. I think you could work in childcare. Yeah, it's like you were born to do that. To me, that seems more you than doing business in some company president office.
Oh no. Childcare is a very respectable job of its own. It's not something you can do merely by liking children.
You're truly modest, George-kun. Oh, sorry. I looked away for a second. Batara-kun, you're quite good with children too, you know. Earlier, even if it was just for a time, we seem to be having a lot of fun. Keep on playing with her like you just did now. Just choose the jokes carefully though, alright?
Auntie Rosa winked at me, giggling a little. A real mother, I thought to myself, who's happy that Maria looks like she's having fun.
Oi, Rosa!
Did you cat?
Come on, Rosa. And you rats too. What the hell are you doing? Get a move on.
Alright, we're coming.
The old bastard was beckoning us to hurry up. We better get moving. Not like I'd be too late to have the same discussion after we got our luggages in our rooms.
Well then everyone, I shall lead you onwards to the guest house where you will be staying. Please, this way.
Goda-san called to everyone and started leading us. Kumasawa-san brought up the rear.
Up the rear?
Up the rear.
Up the rear?
A serpentine, twisting path led through a dim forest. It ran a bit uphill. I guess the path was made twisting so that the slope wouldn't be felt too much. But personally, I'd have been happier if they had just been man enough to make some stairs in a straight line. No doubt they made this path twisting on purpose, put on the airs of distance and importance. Before long, we saw garden-style stone steps. Ah, now I remember how it goes from here. Go up these and... At the top of the stone steps, a beautiful guest house came into view. Its facade was lovely, of course, but even more than that, we couldn't help but have our hearts stolen away by the splendor of that beautiful rose garden that spread before it.
It's as beautiful as ever this year. A real laugh for theirs.
As it reached the top of the stone steps, the people welcomed in by the rose garden voiced their appreciation one after another.
Aren't the flowers less lively this year? It must be because the summer wasn't warm enough. I also believe that is so. When one compares with last year's blooming, it is a pity that this year's is somewhat inferior.
Even so, it was a delightful rose garden. I remember that huge amount of roses used to greet me every year, even over 6 years ago. This rose garden was the first thing that greeted the people who came to Rokkenjima. Even our parents, who came every year, couldn't help but let their wonder slip out. And moreover, it even looked like a powered-up version of the garden from 6 years ago that was in my memories.
This place is always so amazing. It'd be so wonderful to have a rose garden like this in my own home.
Give it up. Who do you think would take care of it? Roses are a real pain, with bugs and diseases to worry about.
True!
And
mold. You gotta worry about mold.
Sorry.
Really?
Oh, shut the fuck up! Yes, they are. In fact, I hear... how am I to say that again? Kyrie? Kyrie-san attends to her rose every day and makes sure that it doesn't get nibbled at without her knowing it.
Huh? I haven't heard anything like that. What's this? Yes, I do. Though with him, it's the rose that goes off after the insects, so it's really more like some nasty carnivorous plant. Oh, so that's what you mean. Come on, Rosa. Can't you give it a rest just for today? I put that sort of thing completely behind me.
I wonder. After all, you are a womanizer on an almost genetic level. Yeah, all men are fucking
no need to worry,
bad.
Rosa-san.
What'd you say, Rose?
Yes, all men.
All men are bad.
I don't know if you guys remember the line near the end of last stream where Battler was mentioning that he wouldn't forgive his father for betraying his mother.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe you started to connect the dots with that a little bit.
Connect the dots a little bit? He cheated on her.
Maybe.
And then she killed herself?
I hope that's not the reason.
I mean...
I don't know about the last one. But...
I don't know.
No need to worry, Rosa-san. If Rose gives me too much trouble, I'll just chop it off at the root.
Ho ho! Frightening darknesses! That's frightening darknesses! My old lady voice good enough. I don't know. I feel like I suck at old lady voice.
Keep doing it. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I just don't laugh in it. Well, I mean, I actually do laugh.
It's so hard.
She's laughing. Guys who are popular with the ladies are always forced to live with danger at their side. I sure hope I turn out a bit prettier in my next laugh. Hideyoshi-san, as I keep telling you, it isn't like that at all. And Kirie, stop it. You're freaking me out. You're making my rose wither. Hey, Marie-chan, look over here. These roses are especially magnificent. Roses are magnificent. Oh.
Smells pretty sweet. Look, this matches my elegance perfectly.
Hey, cut it out. Maria's gonna imitate you and get hurt by the thorns.
She yelled at me as I leaned in with an exaggerated gesture to smell the rose's scent. I thought she was overreacting, but when I turned around, I saw Maria intimidating my every movement, and thereby putting a broad smile on George and Nikki's face.
You also were gonna say intimidate, or you did say intimidate.
Did I?
Well, it sounded like it.
Huh.
Imitate looks really like intimidate.
True. You're not wrong. I don't know why.
That's not very accurate. What he said. There's a whole extra letter that's like not the same, but you know, it's fine.
Hey now, Maria-chan, be careful. Rose thorns can hurt.
Oh, George, Oni-chan? This one rose is strange.
Yeah, it's covered in black mold.
True.
Shut up! Not true, it's not true, it's lies. These are lies. Strange. What's wrong?
Maria pointed to a single rose. I immediately understood why she found it odd. In the midst of all these magnificent roses, just one single rose was withering. There wasn't any particular reason. Some roses flourish and others wither. That's all there was to it, but Maria seemed very concerned about there being only one unhealthy rose in a group of healthy ones. She must be feeling somehow like it's been left out.
So, if you feel so sad for this rose because it's the only you feel sad for this rose because it's the only one that isn't healthy.
Oh, the others are all healthy, but this one's sad.
Well, they all bloom and wither on their own. I'll bet the only reason that one withered now is because it bloomed earlier than the other roses.
Yeah, that's right. It probably just bloomed all over the place, fulfilled its duty, and went to rest. You shouldn't get so worked up about it. Oh, I think I skipped it in ooh.
Oh.
It was a very, very important ooh. It seemed that Maria's pure, sensitive nature was making her feel some emotional pain for the rose that withered alone. Even though she understood the logic of it, it still felt lonely to her.
Okay, Maria-chan. Why don't you look after this rose until we leave then?
Oh.
Yorotodiki straightened up and felt around in his pocket. He then took out the wrapping from the candy he had eaten on the plane. He twisted it into a thin string and gently tied it to the rose as a sort of marker.
That's pretty cute.
Let's mark it with this. Later on, you can come give it some water. I'm sure Mr. Rose will be happy.
Oh, come to give it water.
I think you should give Mr. Rose a name. I'm sure that'll make it happy and you get to know it a little better.
Name? Name? Ooh.
Ooh. I know.
Though she wore her usual sullen face, Maria crossed her arms and began to consider this intently. At the very least, she appeared to have been completely pulled out of her slump. Nice going, Aniki.
Joji-san has always been really understanding. Can't help but respect him.
Yeah. Guess that's just his gift. We gotta learn some lessons from him.
Was this garden as fancy as this when you were a kid? It was only after I left the house that it became this grand. Though I was more fond of the previous rustic garden. Nissan fiddled with it too much, with his slightly questionable taste. It was much better the way it was before. Eva, you gotta think positive. No matter how might have looked, its beauty is now something to be admired. You'll be able to relax a lot better if you look at it that way. I don't mean it like that. I was just saying that it would have liked you to have seen the old, more wonderful garden as well. Now then, everyone, if you please, I shall be guiding you to the rooms now.
Goda-san called to everyone to ask if we were ready, but our hearts had been completely stolen away by the Rose Garden after a year of absence, and we didn't lend him an ear. Since we weren't a travel group, it wasn't like we had a strict schedule to follow. Besides, for our parents, this was their fond old birth home they had returned to, so they felt no obligation to be pressured by anyone. Understanding the situation, Goda-san continued to wait, with a wide smile, for our parents to lose interest in the roses and tell him to guide us to the rooms.
Well?
Hey! If it isn't Kanon-kun. It's been so long. How are you? How are you doing?
Uncle Hideyoshi suddenly shouted. In the direction he was waving, there was a slender boy. Meeting him right after a huge man like Gonda probably emphasized his small stature. The boy was in the middle of transporting piled-up gardening tools and the like in a wheelbarrow. When he realized he was being called to stop, he set down the wheelbarrow, took his hat off, and bowed his head. Good afternoon. I figured he was probably younger than me. I realized by the general atmosphere surrounding him that he was a servant too. Though he did greet Uncle Hideyoshi back, he himself seemed like he might be unsociable. It was a greeting that lacked feeling. When Goda-san noticed that our interest had shifted towards him, he went to the boy's side and introduced him to us.
Batula-sama, I shall introduce you. He is one of the servants who serve the Ushiramiya head house. Kanon, greet our guest.
Pleased to meet you. I am the servant, Kanon. Yep, my first impression wasn't wrong. He gave the feeling that he was unsociable, or maybe even a bit of a poor speaker. In contrast to Goda-san, who was extraordinarily polished as a servant. It was impossible not to feel the immaturity you'd expect of someone his age. When Goda-san urged him in a whisper to give a bit more of an introduction, the boy named Kanon only cast his eyes downwards.
Kanon-san, could you perhaps give them a little more as a greeting?
I can't. Because we are furniture. It seemed like he wasn't refusing to greet us out of spite, but rather he gave the impression that he didn't know what else to add to his greeting, and so could do nothing other than stay silent.
Oh, that's me.
Yep.
Kanon-kun's a man a few words. I don't know how I was going to say that. He might not be that social, but deep down he's a really good person. Don't get him wrong. You've been working here for 3 years, wasn't it? So yeah, you've been here a year longer than Goda-san, right, Kanon-kun?
Even though it's not like he made a super bad impression, Jessica hurriedly backed him up. I see. Apparently him being unsociable works against him all the time. Cool. Nice to meet you. I'm Val. I'm 18. How old are you? A silence, as if evaluating whether it was a question that must be answered or not. But here again, Jessica plowed ahead.
If I remember correctly, he's 2 years younger than us, so 16, right?
Yes, that is correct. Looked as if given a choice, he would have preferred not to tell us his age. Him wanting to tell his age probably was because he might be looked down because he thought he would be looked down upon for it. I remember when I was around his age, I hated being asked how old I was by adults. I see. 16, huh? That's gotta be a delicate time. In that case, I asked something I shouldn't have. I'm glad you're about our age. Just be cool and call me Battler. And I'll call you Canon. Canon. Thank you very much. But just a sentiment is sufficient, Battler-sama. Jessica looked flustered for some reason. He seemed to think that my impression of Canon was worsening because of his rejection. Well, I doubt a girl like Jessica understands his fretful male heart. As his elder, even by just 2 years, who would lead him into adolescence, I took it upon myself to understand that.
Canon, could you perhaps be a little more courteous? A smiling face is also the duty of a servant.
I apologize. I shall make an effort.
Old Lady Rose.
Hello. Goda-san, Canon-kun is trying his best, isn't he?
It seemed as though he was often warned about his discourtesy, and apparently he hadn't improved a bit. Goda-san kept his business smile, but let a small sigh of vexation escape. Well then, I still have work to do. If you'll excuse me. It looked like Canon himself was uncomfortable with remaining silent here any longer. After another perfunctory bow, he turned on his heel and started pushing the wheelbarrow again.
I like see that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that took me a couple seconds too. Like I've heard that word be used before, but like I just reading it is like just caught me off guard, I guess.
I don't even think I've heard that be used.
Prefunct is a word I've heard of every now and again, but it's not a very common word or anything like that. Then Jesus Christ, I cannot read tonight. Just then, suddenly, the wheelbarrow wobbled and fell, scattering the load. I guess the wheelbarrow with a single wheel caught on a pebble and lost its balance.
What have you done? Now, quickly clean it up.
Goda-san urged along in a low voice as if to remind him that it is a servant's shame to present a clumsy appearance in front of guests. Showing that he understood quite well without being told, Canon-kun wordlessly reloaded the wheelbarrow with the fallen objects. He seemed to be fine with the light-looking gardening tools, shovels and such, but he looked like he was having trouble getting his arms around and lifting up some sacks of fertilizer.
Are you alright? You're so careless. Here.
Milady, you will dirty your garments. Please, leave it to him.
With an elegant gesture, Goda-san took the shovel that Jessica had picked up. At his back was the figure of Canon-kun, having trouble with the sacks of fertilizer.
Oh, you'll dirty your garments?
Don't worry, the ones I'm wearing aren't that elegant. Besides, I hate guys who make the waitress pick up the fork they dropped at his restaurant. I lifted up the other bags that had fallen. Of course, they weren't light, but for me, it was a piece of cake. Canon-kun turned his surprised eye towards me, with the face of someone who never would have expected to receive help from a guest. Battler-sama, that's not necessary. I'll take care of everything, so... Don't you worry. I may not look it, but I've got it where it counts. Canon-kun looked like he hadn't yet gone through his growth spurt, and was stuck with a sort of weak body. I guess this kind of weighs a bit much for him.
It's quite heavy, isn't it? It's natural that it would be difficult for you. Canon-kun, don't worry about it.
Okay, my time to shine. This makes up for the boat part from before, right?
Ah. As if your antics earlier could be written off just like that. I'll tell you all about it later, Canon-kun. Battler is a laugh and a half.
Gonna fall, gonna fall. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Banter made the job seem quick, and before I knew it, all that stuff had been piled back onto the wheelbarrow. For letting you see such unsightliness, I beg your forgiveness.
Very well, enough now. Please go.
Letting such a disgraceful thing be seen by the guests who were supposed to be made welcome must have been hideously embarrassing as a servant. Pressed by Goda to hurry up and exit, Canon-kun left.
Hi guys.
You're too harsh on him, Goda-san.
Hi Sevi, hi. How you doing?
Wouldn't it have been better if you'd helped him instead of being a bully? You are quite correct. I deeply, deeply implore your forgiveness.
Without even a twitch in his smile, Goda-san apologized elegantly.
Canon-kun has a ton of things he's good at too.
I'm good, Haru.
Don't believe it.
It's just that being young works against him all the time. It's a crying shame.
It's of a prickly age. You better be nice to him. Keeping a tight lip is what you want in a servant. Right, Kumasawa-san.
Rudolph-sama, you truly are harsh. There is no servant as silent as I, of course.
Everyone smiled wryly at that shameless lie. Even she herself didn't believe that, not in her wildest dreams. She said that to loosen us all up. Yeah, that's the kind of character Kumasawa Ba-chan used to be. The mood that had sustained a little was cleared up in a twinkling, thanks to Kumasawa-san's cheerful smile.
I'd like to put down the luggage soon. Goda-san, how are we to split up our rooms?
It should be the same as last year. I shall guide you. Please, this way.
We headed towards the trim and elegant guest house. This was going to be our temporary quarters for our night. Kanan watched over a hedge as the guests all entered the guest house. Then he let his eyes fall on those heavy sacks of fertilizer piled up in the wheelbarrow. In his mind, he kept going over his previous mistakes. Battler, big and strong, had picked up the sacks in front of him, the sacks he couldn't lift himself, as if they were feathers. It was extremely difficult for an outside observer to guess what emotions Favor had stirred up in Kanon. But as far as you could tell by watching him hang his head from behind, there was something that he couldn't just let go. Muttered words escaped his lips. But those words he murmured were so soft that they didn't even reach his own ears. If even I... Kanon hung his head, slightly biting his lower lip.
Weep whoop.
I remember the rose garden, but I don't remember this guest house at all. Was it built, like, recently? Torian, Visitor's Retreat, was written on a guest post-like thing. But since everyone called it the guest house, I followed the lead. The brand new Western-style guest house that stood overlooking the rose garden had a magnificent design, carefully done in harmony with the garden.
Correct. It was built just the year before last. Since then, we've been having them let us sleep over here.
Yeah, because people seem to like this place more than the junky old mansion we've had forever. I wish my room was over here.
Ooh, I want one too. I want one too.
Mansion?
The whole mansion. I guess you could call my house upper class as well, but I was reminded again how completely ordinary it was compared to the head house. It showed a shocking display of wealth that they would have built this kind of awesome guest house for guests come over like once a year.
Eva-sama, Hideyoshi-sama, please do make use of this room. Rudolph-sama, Kiri-sama, please make use of this room here. Ah yes, I do appreciate how pretty and elegant this place is. Western style truly is wonderful. I can handle the Western style for a few days, but any longer than that, you need a good old Japanese style. Japanese people just relax best on the tatami mat.
They've been fighting over making our new house Japanese style or Western style. Mother still holds a grudge about father having started the construction as Japanese style, and they bicker all the time about it.
Your parents get along so well, Jojni-san. I'm jealous as hell. Mine are so frosty, I didn't even realize that part popped up. And yet they're right with each other when it comes... Oh, they're right with each other when it comes to my grades.
All the rooms seemed to be two-person. I was grateful because now I wasn't going to be forced to share the same room with that old bastard for some bullshit reasons like being family. Besides, I figured those two wouldn't be able to enjoy themselves with someone like me around.
What's that creepy smile all about? You're thinking about something dirty, aren't you?
Something dirty? Of course not. Please enjoy your stay. Ow! That hurts, you bastard! Once again, Dad pulled my ears from behind.
Cut the crap. I'm getting a stomachache and I'm not in the mood for this. You're the guest of honor this time around. You play as nice as possible with Aniki and the rest. At the very least, pay attention to what you say in front of Dad, got it? Because wisecracks like that go over like a lead balloon with him. Jessica-chan, what's the mood of our family head been like lately?
Roused?
Same as last year, I guess. Considering they keep saying he got 3 months left, he's as lively, grumpy, and irritable as ever. Meaning, he's in his usual bad mood again this year. And the only one who's able to take care of him is Genji-san. All my characters! Except for... Oh, actually, Genji-san was also mentioned. I think I'm also doing that one.
Yep, that's your fourth character. All 4 of your characters are being mentioned at once.
Also will only open his heart to Genji-san. lately, us small people can't even get an audience. He's shut himself in his study again. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Ah! He's shut himself in the study again. Probably doing nothing but weird black magic of his. What he does for a hobby is his own damn business, but when he starts sticking up the place, it gets really on my nerves. Oh my god! He could just stay in that study and never come out again for all I care.
You shouldn't talk like that about the elderly. We're all indebted to T.O.S since he rebuilt the Uminkeo family. A little gratitude wouldn't hurt.
Well... Sorry.
After being rebuked by George and Nikki, Jessica had no choice but to take back her thoughtless remark. The Uminkeo family was wealthy beyond belief, but that, of course, meant that all of its members were eccentric people, completely at odds with the rest of society. The head of the family, standing at its peak, in other words, our grandfather, seemed to be a particularly eccentric and terrifying person, even for our family. Dad said he was getting a stomachache earlier, but I guess that was what all the adults here who came here today were actually feeling. No doubt they were jealous of us, the grandchildren, just playing and laughing without a care. From the stories Dad told me, the head of the family was a violent man who raised blows on his sons with his own fists, and even beat his daughters mercilessly with a wooden sword. If he was such a staunch traditionalist with his kids, why wasn't he the same with their names? Because of that, even us grandkids have to suffer. Well, I have absolutely no trouble believing that the terrifying image they paint of him. I don't have many memories of meeting him over the years, but I remember his face was full of menacing thunderclouds, always making the people around him shrink away with a sharp look. I remember that the room's atmosphere got so tense whenever he was around, you couldn't even breathe. What my dad said right now about me being the guest of honor now carries a little more oomph for me.
6年前は俺も小学生だったが、さすがに今は高校生だ。
6 years ago, I was in grade school, but I'm a high schooler now. There's no getting away from it. If I don't show him respect, things will probably get serious. Whew, scary.
確かにこわもてだけど、そんなに硬くなるほど怖い人じゃないよ。
He does look frightening, but he's not completely
決して
terrifying.
理不尽なことは言ってないもん。
He's definitely never unfair.
口下手なだけで、ちゃんと筋は通す
He's
人
just
だ
not
よ。
a pretty talker. That's
ジョ
all.
ージ兄さんは昔から成績優秀で一族の鏡じゃねえかよ。
But, Jojni-san, you've been in the family... You've been the family darling since like forever because of your awesome grades, right?
私たちとじゃ、じい様の待遇が全然違うぜ。
Grandfather treats us completely differently.
私なんか木刀で引っ叩かれたことあるしよ。
Like me, I've got slapped with a wooden sword.
尻だぜ尻。
On my ass. My ass!
それも乙女の生尻をよ。
On my maidenly naked ass.
ジェシカちゃんは本家の跡取り娘だもん。
Well, you're the heiress of the head house, Jessica.
おじい様も特に目をかけてくれてるんだよ。
Grandfather's giving you special attention.
その厳しさは期待の気持ちの裏返しだと思わなく
You
ちゃ。
realize his strictness shows how much he's expecting of you.
冗談じゃねえぜ。
Oh, come on.
その跡取りってやつはジョージ兄さんに。
Seriously, I could just turn the succession over to you,
私が担
Jojni-san.
ぐにはちょいとしんどいぜ。
It's a bit of a heavy burden for me to carry.
I think I already said it before, but Jessica is the daughter who will inherit the head house. The pressure on her shoulders must be different from us cousins of the branch families.
Is there... Wait. is she inheriting because there is no man to inherit, or they're just saying that she is the woman that will inherit and there is a man? I forget if she has like a brother.
It never
so
mentioned
confused.
anything specific about it because relating to her being a woman or versus a man or whatnot, but Kraus, which is her father, is the first son of Kinzo, and thus she is like the first in succession to succeed as a lord of the house, basically.
I see.
Ooh, Jessica Oni-chan heavy? If I hold it, will they get lighter?
Thank you な。大丈夫。マリアちゃんには押し付けねえよ。
It's alright. It's not gonna get pushed on you, Maria-chan.
この十字架は私が墓まで背負ってくよ。
I'm gonna bear this cross until my grave. Don't worry.
While grateful for Maria's innocent consideration, it seemed that Jessica could not easily rid herself of the anxiety for the future that remained visible on her face. I guess I'm no different. Any high schooler with exams looming ahead is bound to have an anxiety for the future that they can't hide.
Maria, come here. You'll be in this room with Mom.
Butler-kun,
you apparently must be in this room here.
Oh? This is a surprise! It's bigger than our parents' room. Wow!
Bigger than I thought. I figured us cousins are all probably gonna gather in one place anyway. I went and told them to make it a biggish room. Wait, so this is a new building?
Yeah, it's a completely new building.
Okay.
Ooh. I like here best too. Here is better than being together with Mama. Ooh, ooh. Too bad you're going, Mama.
Oh, you like it better here better too, Maria. Alright. This room is George's mine, but we'll give you special permission to come in. Keep it a secret from your mom, alright?
Ooh. Secret.
Her mother, Auntie Rosa, was right behind her, but Maria still answered, striking the air with her fists clenched tight. After our parents put the luggage in the rooms, they gathered again in the corridor.
So, brats, what are you gonna do? Are you cousins just gonna stay here and chat?
I think they were heading to the mansion to announce their arrival. Normally, we would have had to follow them and greet everyone together. But if that had been the case, Dad wouldn't have said, you guys come, would have just said, you guys come too, and been done with that. He's telling us that it's alright if we don't come. So what do we do?
It's gonna be time for lunch soon anyway. Better let the kids unwind here. Besides, the worst comes to worst, this might be the last chance they get to play outdoors. Because they'll die in the storm. Ooh! I'll go too.
Ralph.
Maria, you house sit for Mama, okay? You behave yourself and wait here.
Ooh.
Now that Maria had been told to house sit, we couldn't just leave her behind. George and Nikki realized that immediately and gave a clear reply for all of us.
Well, we accept your offer and house sit. We have lots of stories to tell each other after a year. That would be best. And Butler-kun has 6 years worth to tell after all.
Yeah. I'll take care of this house like a good little boy.
Kumasawa-san, I'm gonna stay here too. We'll leave the rest of the adults, and us kids will be. We'll break rank here. Why can't I fucking read? That would be for the best. I'll report to Madame.
Then, everyone, I will be guiding you to the mansion. Please, this way. The other kids aside, George is an adult now. Wouldn't it be better if he came with us? If we make him come, poor George will be the only one left out. Interacting with his cousins is also important. Well then, see you guys.
The adults left one after the other. Like the time he had guided us from the harbor, Goto-san went ahead with Kumasawa-san at the rear. As we gathered in the cousin's room assigned to us, George and Nikki asked us to excuse him for a second. We rushed over to Kumasawa-san, who was following behind the disappearing adults and seemed to be asking her something. He soon finished his business and came back. What's up, Aniki?
Nothing. I just wanted to ask something.
Ask me too. Ask me too.
What the fuck is that kind of laugh? How do you do that? What could it be that George Nissan Kumasawa-san and doesn't ask me? I wonder. I don't have a clue.
No, you misunderstand. I'm not sure what you're misunderstanding, but...
Aniki was getting pretty tongue-tied. Like he has something to hide, and Jessica has the dirt on him. Whatever it is, something like Jessica knows, and I don't, is no fun at all. Hey Maria, it's not fair that we're the only ones out of the loop, is it now? We want to hear what they're talking about, don't we?
Ooh! Bella and me want to know too! Bella and me want to know too! Hey, you better fucking start preloading those options to repeat so much. Ooh!
I fooled around while oohing together with Maria.
No, I'm telling you, it's no big deal.
Liar. You suck at lying, now confess! Maria, you tickle his right side, I'll tickle his left.
Ooh, me on the right side, Battle on the left. Ooh.
Wait a second. Wait, you two. Just stop.
George and Nikki rolled around on the bed in an effort to get away. Maria and I played around chasing him. Something in the back of my mind telling me I'm a high schooler now and not a damn kitten, but in spite of that, I miss this kind of fun. A warm kind of fun.
Hate this god kitten. What Judge-san was asking Kawasawa-san? That name, Kumasawa-san. Kumasawa-san.
Kumasawa.
C.
Kumasawa-san.
Well, you know how it is. It's been a year since he last came to the head house. Apparently he's been dying to say hi to any servant that might be joined or quit in the meantime, see? Or that might have joined or quit in the meantime, see?
Oh. Say hi, I'll say hi too.
What the hell? That's not anything to feel guilty about, Nikki. That's not it, is it? Maria, don't be fooled. And Nikki's still hiding something. Resume interrogation.
What the fuck? I beat him up. It's a tall jump.
The beatings will resume until you tell us your secret.
Stop it, seriously. Maria-chan, stop.
They're probably just busy with cleaning or lunch arrangements. Lunch arrangements? Fuck, I want to eat some lunch.
True. Lunch is yum.
Fucking love lunch. It's alright. We'll go and greet them properly afterwards. Basically, you wanted Shannon out there to go greet you? Not the Goda's getting in the way, right?
Shannon? Shannon. Ah, I remember that girl. She's still a servant now? How is she? Well, I think this is a good time for a break. Now that we have a nice little scene transition here.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make a whole lunch of this break, but, you know. So I'm probably... I'll be back. I'll be back. Let me see if I can find something small to eat.
Alright, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna run some edge here, and then we shall resume our playthrough of Umineko in a second, everybody.
I'm back. Anyone else here?
Hey, I'm back, everybody.
I'm also back.
Nice. Are we all back?
Well, Malcolm didn't say anything when I said I was back, so I doubt it.
Okie dokie. What do you think of the VN so far, Rose? It's a little slow at the start. I said, what do you think of the visual novel so far, Rose?
It's a visual novel.
True. Yeah, no, it does start a little bit slow. Definitely. Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say something else in regarding the Witcher that we were talking about earlier, but I think I'll leave that for when Mel gets back, because I was talking to her. She was the one asking me about whether I didn't like it because it was different from the source material. I found a bit of chicken in the fridge, so I just ate that.
Nice. And me and Seal made biscuits and gravy for lunch, and now I'm munching on the leftovers from that.
Biscuits?
Biscuits and gravy, yeah.
Biscuits for lunch?
Biscuits and gravy for lunch, yeah.
Like the thing you dip in fucking coffee kind of biscuits?
No, they're like the they're like the big, thick, flaky biscuits. They're like you'd put you would eat with breakfast, but they're savory. They're,
I don't know what the fuck
biscuits.
you're talking about. Then.
Let me see. Image. Yes. Here we go. Okay, it's something like this.
Like a scone?
I guess a scone savory.
Huh.
These aren't sweet. They're savory, and then you cover them in white gravy.
I think
with,
Americans call scones.
Scones. Typically, the scones we eat here are sweet. They're more they're big, thick cookies, kind of. This is what I'm talking about, chat. Do you like this? Yeah, I made a white gravy, which is
So I'm looking up scone. This is a scone. Which just looks very similar.
Yeah. You can do that with. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. I think that sounds like a cat.
What does?
Yeah. Oh. I heard like a noise from Cat's mic, and I was like, that sounds like a cat.
It is me, but I also just realized that I have forgotten to do our shot for today, so I'm going to be pulling that. So if I have lines, it might take me a second to put down what's in my hands and push my push to talk button, so please forgive that.
Okay, no worries.
Unforgivable!
How dare you?
And also, explicitly, those items are potentially very sharp, so I want to put them down carefully.
I would never get distracted during a visual novel.
Certainly not between every one of your lines, even if they are consecutive.
Oh, fuck. I, like, say it, and then I, like, look away, and then I, like, oh, I maybe should just, like, kept looking for the line to see if it, like, continued.
Yeah.
I think it's the, like, first visual novel we're done where the lines pop up, and then, like, more lines pop up in the same dialogue box.
Well, like, yeah, like it's done that in this game a few times too, and you look away, and I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. This is the first one that's done that. I don't think any others have done that. Did it do that during the last one? I don't know. I don't think it did. I think the whole, like, dialogue box popped up.
I think for Danganronpa the whole dialogue box popped up, but there's no way that, like, this is the first visual novel we've played that it has, like, used like the spacing between the lines. Like, yep, sweet on Mel. I also got some candy. I got some haichus here.
Haichus? What the fuck is a haichu? A haichu.
Oh, I'm jealous. I love haichus.
Yeah, they're so good. Got like a bag of them on sale at the grocery store. They had apple, they had mango, they had strawberry and grape. They're like they're kind of like a. They're a chewy candy, like kind of like a Starburst. But these are a lot more like flavorful.
And varied in flavor. They're like a hard taffy, Rose.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe them.
Hello, fellow seagull.
Welcome back, Mel.
More other pictures of biscuits and spoons.
Puns was saying that he was having biscuits and gravy for lunch, and I was like, biscuits for lunch? And I, like, because I don't, never seen a biscuit like that.
Yeah, I had
a nap.
We had biscuits and gravy for lunch, but we were munching on the leftovers for dinner.
Yeah. But, like, I was like, that kind of just looks like a scone.
Alright, we're all here, but I gotta stab myself, so I really will not be able to talk for the next minute.
Know that you know what a biscuit is.
Not that kind of biscuit. When I think of biscuits, I'm thinking of the thing. When I'm thinking of biscuit, I'm thinking of the thing you dip in, like, a coffee or something. Like that kind of biscuit.
Yeah, would you know the context of other cultures?
I know that Americans call most biscuits cookies, and that's about it.
Yeah, that what we call a biscuit is more like what the British call scone, but even then it's not the same.
Yeah, but I've never seen that biscuit. I've never seen that before. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Do we not have a biscuit?
I didn't think we had a biscuit conversation.
When you're in the US?
I didn't have a biscuit, no. Not one of those.
Oh, no, we're in Southern California.
Unless you got like biscuits and gravy for breakfast or something. Probably.
We went to a place that had biscuits. A place that you, me, Kyrie, Catherine went. Like it was a shit ton of food. It was like a brunch place.
Not ringing a bell exactly, but are you talking about the? Are you talking about the place I got the fried chicken? Well, I think we both got the fried chicken. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I didn't see any biscuits.
I had biscuits. There was biscuits in the mix.
Well, I didn't think I had any. Did I have any? Was that in? Was that
confident you did? It was in the food you ate.
No, I'm gonna look at the
big tower of chicken and bullshit.
Was it on a biscuit?
There were biscuits in there, I believe. From what I remember. What else was it stacked on?
I don't remember. Let me check my photos.
There were definitely biscuits in there. You have a picture?
Yes, I have a picture.
I might too, but I don't
remember. There's no waffles.
That's another thing we do in the southern U.S. So.
Yeah, I mean that was good. I love that. Copy photo.
Huh. Well, they're really good. Did Puns post a picture of biscuits and gravy? Because it looks like shit.
No,
okay. Anything with anything covered in gravy looks disgusting, but like it's delicious.
Right. These are good.
Chicken tower.
Ooh.
Oh, that shit was so good.
We left so much food that we didn't eat from that.
I didn't. I ate the whole thing.
Yeah, but you're a lunatic. Like the rest of us had a shit ton of food, including Kyrie. Like didn't eat the majority of her food because she also ate the waffle tower.
I finished off so many people's food.
I think I didn't eat a waffle tower. I think it was you and Kyrie at a waffle tower.
No, you did.
Maybe I did. You know what? Maybe I did.
Because Kyrie's sitting opposite me. You can see what Kyrie has.
Yeah, Kyrie. Well, actually, no, you can't. Her food's not there.
Oh, did she have food?
It just hadn't arrived. She did. It just hadn't arrived yet.
Okay. She didn't have a waffle. That is so good though. Oh my god, it was so fucking good.
It looks good, yeah.
Were we? Oh wait, we were there with Michaela too.
Yeah, Michaela's the one wearing the dungeons, like the dungeon crawler fucking thing.
The dungeons and dungeons.
Dungeons and dungeons.
I'm not showing this picture to you guys yet, just because I don't know if everyone there has permission. But there's a big tower, like a big stack of waffles.
You can zoom in on just the tower.
And
there's the tower. You just gotta crop it fast.
Waffles.
Smile.
Unless I'm properly back. Holy fuck, that hurt today.
Uh-oh.
Welcome back.
I just got a bad spot. It happens.
Is there a way I can crop it? No. That shit was so good though. Oh, but it was so expensive.
Well, it's because we ordered like, how many people did we have? 5? We ordered like enough for us twice.
I mean, mine on my own.
Because those things were so big.
There you go.
I mean, the one I had on my own was expensive. But then again, it's what I would expect to be filled. I would expect to be filled when I spent like fucking $50 on a fucking meal.
Yeah.
Are we good to resume, everybody?
I think so.
Hurrah.
Mel?
Yeah. Oh, I guess I'm first, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's because I have to close out this image. I have to open up the stream again. And by the way, Natsui, Nissan, how's your headache been lately? It seemed to be pretty serious for a time.
This is your cat.
I have been much better lately. Thank you for your concern.
It's like you gave Catherine the motherly characters.
Crazy.
Well, I got one of them. I got one of them.
Actually, Mel, your female character is also like motherly or big sister coded. She like says ara and shit like that.
Yeah, I think that character's more like.
I think I only gave Kat one because like I think of the 4 assigned to her is the.
It's like is the character not the like stepmom? Is it that one?
What, Kyrie? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. She's a stepmom, but she's like too young to be like a proper mom, so it's kind of like a bigger sister kind of scenario.
Kyrie is Chimera's character.
Oh, it's Chimera's? Okay.
Yeah.
Mel did the voice for that though, for this session, right? I don't fucking know.
No. Yeah. Catherine did.
Who did the voice?
For
Who's the big sister character then?
I mean, if you mean the aunt, that's a big sister. In the ways that.
I'm so lost.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go on.
Oh, right here. A present for you. Natsui. Nisan. Natsui.
I mean, summer day. Natsuhi. Thank you once again. I'm always receiving gifts from you. Is this black tea?
It's herb tea with peppermint and lemon balm. It's a blend from a famous store, and it's supposed to be good for headaches. Thought it might help you too.
Rosa was always a conscientious woman, probably because she was the youngest of the 4, and by quite some distance managed to grow up without harboring the venomosity of her siblings. Her consideration made Natsuhi soften her expression for just a moment, but it wasn't enough to undo the many years of anxiety that had curled her expression into one of bland indifference.
Oh, this character.
Yeah.
Is it? I forgot this character existed.
Oh, yes. See, you were always saying you got those headaches. Pull yourself together. Jessica-chan will have her exams this year, won't she? Isn't that a turning point in her life? How can she count on her mother like that? Besides, Natsui Nisan, you're 3 years younger than me. Can't you pull yourself together?
I apologize. I was born with this discomfort.
Ava sometimes fails to choose her words carefully, but even though she hid it with a smile, her comments aimed at Natsuhi contained shards of obvious malice. Of course, that didn't escape Natsuhi. She frantically contained her urge to grimace and pretended to ignore Ava.
Our Butler-kun will have his exams this year too, right? Rudolph-san, shouldn't you be a little concerned too? For the sake of your own son, get serious to the point of getting headaches like Natsuhine-san. If I say anything, he automatically goes against it. So, what should I say? Maybe the opposite? That it's okay for him to mess around. That's probably the only thing he don't really listen to.
Fuck, I want to scone. Oh.
In your family, Hideyoshi-Nisan, didn't George do really well on his exams? Please teach me the secret to controlling children.
Well, it's probably because I convinced him why I should study. Study isn't worth anything on its own. That's right, the real point of studying is to train yourself in the art of researching what you don't know. If you can't do that, you can't do anything useful to society. I'm not talking about math or writing. You need to learn how to learn. I mean, he's kind of right.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Fuck, I was not expecting her to respawn. One sec.
You're fine.
That's splendid. It would be nice if our Jessica could understand that, though. I don't mean this too seriously, but as it is, as an heiress of the Ushiramiya family, she's...
Do you really have to force her into becoming the successor? The women have to find their own happiness. Parents shouldn't be deciding that for their children, right? Hold your horses, Eva. Each family has its own way to raise their children. You shouldn't be pushy. I'm sorry. Natsumi-san, don't take it the wrong way.
The light shining in through the window was quite warm despite the cloudy weather. There's a dark mood about the room, which probably caused headaches for other people besides Natsui. As if to brush away that mood, Kyrie brightly made a suggestion to all present.
Still, this black tea has a really lovely aroma. Let's drink it at once. I believe that in Japan you can't buy something like Leopold's black tea anywhere but Ginza, right?
Roused.
Yes,
Nissan, how knowledgeable of you. It really was worth buying.
Kyrie and Rosa stood up from their seats and made as if to prepare the black tea. Natsuhi forestalled them.
Thank you both. Let's save that for later. One of our people will soon be coming to bring us some tea, so please relax. Leave it for later, you two. Let them treat us to a welcome drink at least.
Rudolph gave a subtle signal with his eyes for them to sit down again. Kyrie and Rosa understood instantly and obediently returned to their seats. The guests had already been greeted, so it was time for some tea to be prepared for them. That tea was late, and having the guests talk about making some themselves was an embarrassment for the host. Natsuhi bit her lower lip, frustrated with the ineptitude of the servants who were taking too long to bring the tea. Seeing her face, Ava, without hesitation, started to giggle. Of course, Shannon had no way of knowing what was taking place in the parlor. As she came in pushing a dish cart piled with teacups, Natsuhi gave her a pained look for no apparent reason, and Shannon couldn't help but flinch without knowing what she had done wrong.
Is this Elsie?
Yep.
Excuse me. I shall prepare some tea for you.
Oh, Shannon-chan, it's been a while. You keep getting prettier every time I see you.
Thanks.
Is it my big titties?
Leave the chatting for after you set the table. The tea will get cold. I apologize, madam.
She apologized like a small, frightened animal, and, bumping against the serving cart, made a jarring racket as she dropped several teaspoons. Her clumsiness made Natsuhi's expression even harsher, which made Shannon in turn quail even more.
It's alright, Natsui-san. What does a single greeting matter? We've already been made to wait for so long, the tea must be quite cold anyway.
It's alright. It's not cold yet, so...
Shannon, 早く配膳を済ませなさい。
I'm talking to myself so much all of a sudden.
Is he taking a bite of a taco?
Yep.
Shannon, finish setting the table quickly. I'm sorry, madam.
It was obvious that Natsuhi was getting irritated. The ineptitude that delayed the tea, the clumsiness of the servant, everything pointing to the incompetence of Natsuhi's everyday guidance, making her lose face. As the person in charge of matters of the Yushimiya head house, allowing that clumsiness to be exposed today of all days was surely nothing less than total humiliation.
Lay off, Natsuhine-san. Don't you think it's a little harsh to bully Shannon-chan when she's trying to her best? I'm not bullying anyone. What a nice smell. May I ask you the brand of this tea? I'm terribly sorry. I'll find out for you later.
Kyrie had tried to be nice to her, wanting to cut through the tense mood. However, instead, Shannon had showed a disgraceful display, darkening Natsu's face in the room's mood. By this point, Ava's giggles were loud enough to be heard by everyone in the room.
Nani?
What's this? Shannon-chan, don't you even know what you're pouring us? Come on now. You mustn't serve something so suspicious to guests. We'll need a silver spoon at the very least before we can drink this.
What the fuck is happening?
I'm sorry.
She's being a bitch.
Those rich people pay for things.
Ava's being a bitch and is causing Natsuhi to get stressed and take it out on Shannon because Natsuhi is not the greatest woman. And Shannon is just getting bullied from all sides.
I'll go get one immediately.
Shannon-chan, do you know what silver spoons are used for? Or why they have to be silver?
Werewolves.
Do you know why?
No.
It's the werewolves.
Surely.
It's definitely
Surely. Ava's eyes. True. Ava's eyes played over Shannon, who was setting the table, as a catty smile floated onto her face. Taken on its own, the expression on Ava's face may have been charming in an impish sort of way. However, the words being spun from her lips held within them the keenness of a razor. Shannon tried with all her might to avoid Ava's gaze, which continued to focus on her. Grasping that Shannon was hard-pressed for an answer, Rosa promptly gave some timely help.
They say that silver dims if it's touched by poison. And so it was actually some like nonsense fucking thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's
Did you
real,
learn
right?
something, right? Oh, you've learned something, right, Shannon-chan?
Wasn't that an actual thing? That like if silver touches certain poisons, it'll like.
Supposedly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be like actually supernatural, though, right? That's like not real.
No, I think it's like silver tarnishes. When it's probably not all poisons. It's probably there was a particularly prominent poison or something.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
The tea was being treated as undrinkable unless it could be tested for poison. In Natsuhi's eye, this was an insult to both the tea and herself for serving it. Rudolph, laughing flippantly, patted Ava's shoulder.
You don't need any silver cutlery. Just one lick of your poisonous tongue and a silver plate would go pitch black.
I could hear that poison tongue every day, so I must be poison proof by now. Eva, I don't mind you doing it to me, but you gotta tone it down as a smidgen for the poor souls without resistance. My, how cool. I only gave Shannon-chan a bit of information about tea, didn't I?
Everyone followed the lead set by Hideyoshi's horse laugh and smiled, though sourly. There remained a single exception to this in Natsuhi, but even so, for the time being, the conversation inside the parlor can now be mistaken for a lively and friendly chat. As Shannon finally finished setting the tea table and made to leave, Carrie apologized to her in a low voice for not being able to help. Shannon gave a light bow and made a hasty retreat. Shannon cast her eyes downwards, pushing the cart down the corridor. The pitiful air around her made it obvious that she had borne the brunt of some bullying. Don't be sad. You didn't do anything wrong, Nei-san.
You're watching.
That is my duty. Madam and Eva-san can go to hell. Even worse cowardice that guy. Cannon glared hatefully in the opposite direction of the parlor. The preparations for the tea had been delayed by a little bit of trouble in the kitchen. That trouble had not been Shannon's fault. The truth is that it had been Goda's mistake. In the first place, there was no way that a show-off like Goda would ever hand over a flamboyant job like carting tea to the guests. He had needed to make the tea all over again, which had made him late. So realizing that he wouldn't be earning any brownie points, he had pushed the task of setting the table to Shannon, who happened to be passing by. One could truthfully call it being shrewd, and one could unquestionably call it cowardice.
It's alright, Cannon-kun. Thank you. I really don't mind.
Cannon's silence vividly showed that Shannon's words weren't coming from her heart.
Thank you. Even if you're the only one who understands it, I feel a little better, I think.
You bottle things up too much, Nei-san. You should be less hard on yourself for once.
Yeah. Thanks.
Suddenly, they both felt someone's presence and whirled around. An elderly man stood there. It was Genji, the head servant.
I think that's Rose?
Yep, that's Rose.
Yeah. What are you doing here? Shannon, hurry back to the kitchen.
Yes. If you'll excuse me.
Shannon humbly obeyed and promptly made to push the cart and leave. However, Cannon appealed to Genji in silence, bearing something in his eyes that he could not express in words. Did you roast?
Yeah. What is it? Did something happen?
Shannon didn't do anything wrong, but those...
Stop it, Cannon-kun. If you'll excuse me. I'll return to work immediately. Cannon-kun, you also go back to your post. Please.
If you say so, Nei-san.
If there is nothing, then go.
Yes. If you'll excuse me. From the shadows of the hallway, an old woman wearing an apron watched over them. It was Kumasawa. This is you, Rose, because this is her monologue.
Oh, okay, I see. How heartrending. Shannon-san, Cannon-san. There's no reason for those two to be picked on. But it cannot be denied that they are disliked by Goda-san. Did I like... No, yeah. Before Goda-san was taken by the Ushiromiya head house, I heard he worked for a fabulous hotel somewhere. I do think the manner of work he learned there was quite something. It's just that Goda-san is the newest servant here. He must have had a lot of pride accumulated from his previous post. Because Shannon and Cannon-kun are his seniors here at the mansion, and yet are inexperienced and have gone through much less in life than he has. He picks on them at every chance he gets. And also, although it's terrible, they are hated by Madame Natsuhi. Of course, in terms of experience, Madame has been in the family much longer. However, I feel more sympathy for Madame as well in this case. The master is a truly cruel person. Why could he not have realized that his trifling whim would pass such an inferiority complex onto Madame? Naturally, deep inside, every Madame fully acknowledges that there is no reason to treat those two, oh, even Madame, not every, to treat those two so harshly.
Every Madame.
Every Madame. Every single one. All of them. All the Madames. Every single one. However, the heart has reasons that reasons knows not. How heartrending. I cannot do anything but watch over them from the shadows.
Why the glass break?
Quack.
That's just big sometimes, you know?
The glass.
Oh. Okay.
The four of us cousins were shooting the breeze over all kinds of topics. After all, there are both girls and guys here, plus we got people over a wide spread of ages, adult, high school, and elementary school. All each of us had to do was talk about ourselves, and it would be of great interest to the other three. I think I'm finally getting used to all this. I mean, Jessica and Maria, you've both grown more than I could have imagined over the past 6 years. So, to be honest, I was feeling a bit uncomfortable, but talking like this, I guess that on the inside, nothing's really changed since back then.
Right back at you. Even after 60 years, you haven't changed a bit. Even though your body's gotten gigantic, you're still a kid inside.
Ooh, I'm a kid too. I'm a kid too.
Well, you aren't going to be a kid forever, are you, Marie? You're going to go from being a kid to a cute, elongate lady, aren't you? And when that happens, that flat as a board chest will be on Jessica's level, you know?
Brother. Instantly rape.
Oh god.
Fucking grooming in my fucking visual novel. Yes.
Guys, summarily execute him, please, immediately.
Fucking awful, genuinely.
Guys, I swear it gets better. I swear.
You're just gonna get past. You're just gonna get past the like weird sexual harassment and the fucking grooming. You know, you're just gonna get past that. Again.
Oh, I swear I only remember that one part with Jessica, the start. I do not remember this. When that happens, let me rub it, okay? Promise.
There you rub it. Promise.
Fucking awful.
No, Maria. You cannot make that kind of promise. Bad.
I promised, so let him rub it.
No.
I keep my promises. Always keep them. Ooh.
I hate this whole thing. Can we just skip it? We're
almost done with it. Maria, you're really a good girl. The guy you marry is gonna be really lucky.
Just don't try to smooth over the topic with that promise intact. Yeah, that promise never happened. Never.
Ooh, promise cancel? Ooh.
Cancel.
やっぱりバトラ君も揃って4人で集まらないといと
I
こが集合
realize
し
now,
た
it
気がしな
didn't
かっ
really
た
feel
ね
like a proper gathering of cousins without the battler in a group that did it.
この6年はやっぱり寂しかったよ
These 6 years have been kind of lonely.
そうだな。
That's true.
こういうふざけた話にはならなかったな。
We weren't able
で
to
も
give up
建
like
設的
this.
な話はできてたと思ったぜ。
Still, we did have some pretty constructive conversations, don't you think?
将来に対する心構えと
Stuff
か。
about the preparing for our future exam taking or finding jobs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now that I'm here, they're just the stupid babbling.
でもマリアは今年のが楽しい。
But I'm having fun this year. Ooh, ooh.
そうだね
That's true.
僕も同感今年が一番楽しいよ
I agree, this year is the most fun.
Maria's sincere words probably spoke for everyone. When George and Nikki stroked Maria's head, she giggled like a happy kitten.
失礼いたします。
Pardon me,
お食事のご用意ができました。
your meal is prepared.
A timid knocking sound and an equally timid young woman's voice came through the door. Jessica answered brightly.
入れよ。
Rose.
Sam, come in.
マトラは覚えてるだろ？
You remember Battler, don't you?
Jessica stood up from the bed and opened the door. There stood a servant girl who was definitely about our age.
ご無沙汰いたしております。バトラ様。
It's been quite some time since we last met, Battler-sama.
6年ぶりでございます。シャノンです。
It's nice to see you after 6 years. I'm Shannon.
Noting my presence and trembling a little bit, she bowed deeply. Wow. Jessica heavy surprise, but Shan, you've shocked me just as much. You turned to a total you too, haven't you?
Check out them titties.
Die. Your words are too good for me. Die.
Seriously, the food in this island must be really nutritional, no? What are you eating? Where are you trading to get boobs that big? Oh my god.
This is actually awful. Like, what the fuck?
After this it's done, I swear. Guess I'll
Sexual harassment is so funny, right? Do they, like, not have sexual harassment laws in, even, like, in Japan? Like, there has to be, like, some laws, like, in the workplace so that people actually, like, understand this is unacceptable, right? Or is this shit just, like, acceptable? Like...
Oh, wait, well, one, this is the 80s, so...
Okay, but... I don't know, you don't have to write sexual harassment into your thing to make it seem like the 80s, first of all.
It's anime, let's move on.
Yeah. That's the best explanation. Guess I'll have to feel him a bit. See whether yours and Jessica's are bigger, okay? Oh my god.
Ever watch shonen anime? Yeah, I know you have.
Yes.
Rose, we can talk it to death and it won't change a damn thing.
No, it won't.
With both hands poised and saliva dribbling from my mouth, I closed in. For the sake of my honor and justice, I like to point out that I don't suffer from some strange disease that makes my lymph nodes itch until I scratch my neck open, which can only be prevented by rubbing breasts. It's my Battler-style way of communicating. When a boy closes in on a girl like this, 9 out of 10 times they get slapped or clobbered, right? This is a Battler-sama original communication technique, aiming for a gag like that to break the ice.
You're gonna break the ice and she's gonna break your ribs and you'll deserve it.
True.
I don't think she's gonna do anything.
Shannon won't, yeah.
Touch her boobs.
Okay,
I'm sure it won't be like some kind of indication of how she's treated elsewhere.
But like, Battler is also clarifying here that he is joking. He isn't actually gonna like actually mean that when he was saying that to Jessica.
Oh, that's such a funny joke.
It's not a funny joke, but he is joking. Well, that means I really do get to touch someone that 1 in 10 chance though, right? Yeah, I never asked for that much though. By now, my hands were less than a centimeter away from Shan-Chan's chest, but the counterstrike had yet to come. She understood what was going on. She was blushing and had her head lowered in embarrassment, but she was just standing there with both hands politely joined in front of her, not even trying to resist or cover her breasts. Well, I wasn't planning on this. Please hit me now. At this rate, I'm seriously gonna touch him. Which is why I was glad that Jessica chose that time to drive her elbow into the back of my head. Ow! Jessica, thank you.
Why the hell are you thanking me?
No, my bad, Shannon-chan. Looks like I got a little too absorbed in your hypnotic chest. No, more to the point, when someone gets that close, they're clearly got criminal intentions. Seriously, you've got to resist.
But you're an exalted guest, Battler-sama.
Okay, now look here. A crime's a crime whether I'm a guest or not. 10 centimeters around the girl chest is like an air defense identification range. If someone trespasses within 2 centimeters, that's already invasion of airspace, and you should launch a slap to the face on high alert.
I couldn't do such a thing. Yeah. That is furniture.
Of course she didn't want her breast touched, but if a guest so desired, she intended to sacrifice her own needs in an effort to accommodate them. A girl like this needs urgent protection. In these days, to think there's a dedicated and virtuous girl like this, it makes my head spin. No. I come at you with a perverted face. You smack me down. No, pervert. You gotta complete the joke or it doesn't work. Please, it's a polite request, smack me. Like this, smack. Smack.
I cannot comply with polite requests. Because I'm furniture. But I will comply with it if that's an order. Because that is my duty. Then I'll make it an order. From now on, if Battler tries to touch your breasts, you are to counterattack with a slap. Alright. Yes, as you command. That is what I will do from now on. Battler-sama, I hope you keep this in mind.
So Shan-Chan declared, while bowing elegant to me. Her facial expression was radiant. I gave her a thumbs up to signal, you got it. 60 years ago, you might have been mistaken for a servant's daughter who just came in to lend a hand sometimes. But now you're a full-fledged adult servant. How many years has it been?
Well, I've had the pleasure of serving this household for about 10 years.
She's... that. The kanji for her name is read as Shannon. This is another far from typical name for a Japanese person.
They hire her because of that? They hire her because of her name?
No, I think she's part of a serving family.
Right. Oh god, that's actually awful.
Being a kid back in those days, I had taken her name without paying it much attention, but for her to be called something like that is pretty unusual given that she isn't even a member of the Ushirimiya family.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's like a servant's professional name or something? If so, I can kinda understand why that Kanon-kun's name sounded the way it does too. She's a long-term servant who served here since she was 6. Since her body has changed radically, she didn't match my memories, but we used to know each other 6 years ago. It's like she's just as shy as she had been in the past, but I get the sense that she had just become imbued with a charm befitting a girl her age. Especially her breasts.
That kid we met earlier, Kanon-kun, is her little brother. He's not exactly my little brother. Still, he loves me like a big sister. He didn't cause you any trouble, did he?
He's the same as always. It's such a shame that he doesn't act just a bit more sociable. Sociable? Okay, it is right.
Kanon-kun has caused a lot of trouble. I apologize.
He didn't cause any trouble at all. As a fellow man, I understand how moody you can get at that age. It's no surprise that he's unsociable.
Ooh, I get called that all the time too. Get called unsociable. Like Kanon.
Unsociable.
Ooh.
Maria-sama, you're not unsociable at all.
Ooh. It was nice to be like him. Ooh.
You said the meal was ready, right? Yes. My apologies. The preparations for your meal have been carried out, and I shall be guiding you all to the mansion.
Shannon bowed again formally and returned to her duty mode. We realized that if we made her stick around for any more light conversation, it would actually make it harder for her to do her job. So we got up off our butts to avoid interfering with her work any further.
Shall we go to the mansion then? You're all probably starting to get hungry as well, right?
I am. I always look forward to meals when Goda-san's here cooking. That guy seems he was a chef at a famous hotel, so he's super good at it.
I'm looking forward to that. Let's go, Maria. We're gonna stuff ourselves like pigs.
Ooh, stuff ourselves like pigs.
No. You can't just take everything Battler says seriously, okay? Because it's all jokes. Come on, let's go.
Under Shan-chan's guidance, we headed towards the mansion. Met once again by the magnificent rose garden, we continued onward as it came into view, the imposing mansion of the Ushirimiya main family. It had apparently been built shortly after the war, so you could feel the dignity of almost half a century hanging about it. On the surface, the building was gorgeous, but being as old as it was seemingly lacking in modern amenities like air conditioning. According to Jessica, midwinter was especially tough, what with all the drafts. Well, it's not like they couldn't just take the kotatsu out. As we entered the entrance hall, an aged servant greeted us. Now him I remembered. As the most senior member of the staff, Genji-san served as the head of the servants.
Battler-sama. Battler-sama. We have not met in a long while.
As our eyes meet, he saluted us with a composed voice. He didn't give quite a refined bow as Go does, but it was a bow that had feeling, even if it wasn't polished to the same degree. Genji-san, it's been absolutely ages. You look well.
Thank you. I've been quite well. And you, Battler-sama? I see you have become a splendid young man yourself. I would even say you've grown to somewhat resemble the master during his youth.
I'm looking like grandfather? I guess that means grandfather was pretty popular when he was young.
From here on, sorry.
Sorry, I saw Shannon and reflexively.
yeah, it is mine. Okay. From here on, I shall take Shannon's place and accompany you. Please, come this way.
Shan bowed deeply and saw us off. Leaving the entrance hall, we head to the dining hall under Genji-san's guidance. Genji-san, just like Kumasawa-san, stood in stark contrast to us young people who had grown beyond recognition over the last 6 years. His figure was exactly the same as in my memories of 6 years ago. It seemed like time had stopped since we last met. Genji-san was a silent and diligent person. He was like grandfather's close aide or caregiver. In fact, you could even go as far to say he was grandfather's right-hand man. Actually, it seemed like he was by grandfather's side more than my late grandmother was. According to Jessica, grandfather trusts him more than any of his blood relatives. But I wonder how long he served. I never asked for details, but I think I heard he's been here since the beginning, when this mansion was constructed. That is to say, he's dedicated half his life to serving here. No wonder grandfather trusts him. As we cut through the open-ceilinged hall behind Genji-san, I found something I had no memory of from 6 years ago.
What was that?
It was an It was an awfully big portrait hung right in front of the stairs that rose to the second floor. Without thinking, I stopped walking, under its spell. Since I'd suddenly stopped, Maria, who was falling behind me, ran into my back. Sorry. Hey, Jessica. Did that picture used to be there? I pointed at the large and conspicuous portrait hanging in the hall. Everyone else stopped too.
Right. When you last came here, that hadn't been hung yet, had it? When was it again?
I think, if my memory doesn't fail me, it was around the year before last.
You are correct. In April of the year before last, the master had this painting put on display, which he had instructed an artist to paint for him some time period prior.
Grandfather did that? So he went out of his way to have it drawn?
How much do you reckon the commission is on that painting?
Probably a lot.
Like 10,000, probably.
Because this is a large... Yeah, this is like a rich person painting, and it's a large painting, like it towers above them. So, probably pretty expensive.
Tens of thousands of dollars is a fine art piece.
Mm-hmm. The portrait depicted a woman in an elegant dress who gave off a sense of refinement and who seemed to suit the Western style of this mansion. I couldn't have guessed her age, but the sharpness and obvious strength of will in her eyes gave me the impression of youth. It was a different feeling than the composed mood of middle-aged women that are often in famous pictures. If this woman had normal black hair, I might have thought it was a portrait of my long-deceased grandmother in her prime. However, the woman in this portrait had beautiful golden hair and didn't look Japanese at all. So, who is she then, this woman? As though trying to show off her knowledge, Maria answered that simple question with authority.
Ooh, I know. Beatrice.
Beatrice. What?
Beatrice.
Beatrice. She's the witch. Didn't you ever hear about her long ago?
The wicked witch.
The witch? You mean of this island? I think I already said this, but Rokkenjima is a small island that's only about 10 kilometers around. However, considering that only the Ishimiya family lives here, that's quite large. So only a harbor and the site around the mansion were set up to be lived in. Beyond that, the island remained as untouched as it was when it was still uninhabited. To understand just how dangerous a vast empty forest with no lamplight, phones, or people passing through it at all actually is, you need to shift your urban assumptions a little. You see, if by any chance... Urban assumptions?
Fuck does that mean?
Assumptions of city life and people being around and not being in the wilderness, I assume.
Right.
Balor's calling me a city boy. You see, if by any chance you fell down a hole in the depths of the forest and sprained your ankle, cry or scream, no one would come save you. If it then got dark, the forest, where there was no streetlights, would become enshrouded in complete darkness. Also, since there obviously isn't any guidepost here, it's easy to get lost and lose your sense of direction in the dark forest. Nowadays, most people see a forest as a peaceful place, but to the people of bygone eras, before the light of civilization drove out the night, forests were like oceans on land, geographically separating one culture from another. Just as fishermen who go out into the ocean occasionally have their lives put in danger despite their technical knowledge. Technical knowledge was also demanded of hunters who went out into the forest, and their lives were occasionally put in danger just the same. If a child were to go play in that dangerous forest, something terrible might happen. Some parent must have had that thought. Maybe my grandmother, or possibly the man himself. My grandfather might have said it. Or maybe it was a story handed down on this island from long, long ago. There's a terrible witch in the forest, so you must not go in. Thus, Rokkenjima's ghost story was born. That is the legend of the Witch of Rokkenjima.
Scary white woman.
Truly terrifying.
And more? Hi, welcome back. So, when we say witch on this island, we're referring to the master of the vast and savage forest. Which reminds me, when I was little and stayed at this mansion, during the eerie nights where the wind and rain struck the windows, stories like the witch of the forest is roaming around in search of a sacrifice would scare the heck out of me. Beatrice, huh? As I searched my memory prompted by Aniki, I did vaguely remember being told that was her name when I was very small. Right. Still, I completely forgot that the witch of that legend had an elegant name like Beatrice.
Elegant. I mean, I guess. It just sounds... It doesn't sound elegant to me, I guess. I don't know.
It's elegant to Japanese people. It's
yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, like your fancy European name.
Yeah, I guess so.
God damn, don't tell me grandfather went out of his way to have her depicted in this painting, just because his grandchildren refused to believe him?
It's the witch from grandfather's delusions. Ever since he had this picture hung up, he's been losing the distinction between fantasy and reality. To us, it's no more than the witch from his imagination, but to grandfather, she's a being who exists on this island. Exists. That's why he says he had that picture painted, so that we'd understand. Creeps the hell out of me. Lady. To the master, this is an important portrait. I must request strongly that you not say such a thing in front of him. I know that. You couldn't get me to say it even if you begged me.
Jessica turned away after glaring a second at the portrait.
Let's go. They're making everyone wait in the dining hall.
Ooh, hungry.
Only a small portion of this island is controlled by the Ushirimiya family. If all the wild remainder was the witch Beatrice's domain, then one could say she was the being who actually ruled over Rakanjima. That unsettling, ominous feeling I had felt on the boat trip when I learned that the shrine had been struck by lightning revived within me a bit. At that time, Kumasawa-san had tried to tell an ominous story about Rakanjima and had been stopped by Jessica. I didn't know that she had tried to tell us about this island. But there was one thing I did know. Rakanjima's ruler was not the Ushirimiya family. It was the witch, Beatrice. Yes. Because this was the witch's island.
Batala! Ooh, slow!
When I looked around, everyone was already heading towards the dining hall. I hurriedly chased after them.
I need to pee really bad.
Okay.
Go do it.
Yeah, you can take a quick pee break, Rose. I wanted to keep going a little while longer. There was 1 or 2 more scenes I wanted to get through.
Go pee.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, we can take a quick break.
Okay. Sick. BRB.
Oh, okay. I Why did you whisper that? That shocked me for a second. I was like, what was that? Ah, that's so scary.
I can't believe you're scared of women.
What the? No, I'm not scared of women. I think women are neat. That's why I'm dating one. Yeah, what are you thinking of the visual novel so far, Mel and Kat? Aside from the scenes with Valor being a creep.
It seems okay otherwise. It's just an awful lot of Battler being a creep.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I swear it literally gets better. We just gotta get through this.
That part doesn't bother me or surprise me really. It's, you know, like I said, it's fucking anime.
Because like I don't know what you remember of the Higurashi Cat, but like even Higurashi was a bit like this at the start, where it was like a bit of a slow. I think the first few episodes were like slow, and even like Keiichi was like a little.
I don't really remember that very much, but I can believe it.
Wasn't Higurashi a lot of kids?
Yeah, like
all kids. I'm kind of glad that we're not doing kids. Wow, everyone besides me.
That is that is one of the reasons why I didn't go with Higurashi as much, because like I don't know how comfortable everyone would be just voice acting as kids for most of it. Like
yeah. Violence against children, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I'm back.
But no, I'm pretty interested personally. I just want to power through to get to the more interesting part. I assume that my characters will talk more later, so you know.
I'm glad that it gets better, you know.
I will say I hope my child character ends up talking more than she currently does, or rather talks more. That's not ooh.
You're so good at it though.
Yeah, you're so good at oohs.
Yeah. And like I'm fine doing men's characters. I mean I like my one adult woman character. The child seems awful because it's a child with a learning disability and probably a long history of abuse, if I had to take a big strong guess.
Oh.
And you know, I assume the grandfather is going to talk a lot and then immediately die. So I probably won't be able to hedge my bets with that character a lot, but I could be wrong.
He'll be able to talk a bit more.
He's gonna talk from the grave.
Yeah, if he's on his deathbed and he doesn't talk, I'm killing puns.
What the? Did you really like the scene with the first scene of the visual novel with him?
Well, yeah, I love dialogue. I love giving a monologue. Genuine, not ironically. I have a feeling he's an expo dump character, especially. I mean, I just have a feeling it's going to be that way.
Well, if that's the case, why don't we continue on then?
Yeah, let's do it.
We walked up the huge double doors that led to the dining hall. Genji-san knocked.
I have brought the children. If you'll excuse me. Sorry.
The door was opened and we were invited inside. The dining hall, which screamed filthy rich, featured a super long table which was obviously designed with no other purpose than to make the guests conscious of their rank. And our parents were already seated at it in accordance with that ordering.
Oh, rank-based seating! Woohoo! That sounds awesome, honestly.
We love hierarchies.
Couldn't imagine anything more fun.
Hurry up and take your seats.
The old bastard pressed us to sit. Only the places that where we would sit were empty at the long table, which only made us feel our tardiness all the more. The seat at the very head of the table, which you might call the seat of honor, was for the most highly ranked and reserved for grandfather. It was still empty. He was probably planning to come in last to make himself look more important. The seating order, as you faced the seat of honor, went from left to right in rows of 2, with the ranking being lower the further you were from it. So on the left-hand side of the row closest to the seat of honor, where the second ranked seat belonging to the eldest son. Jesus Christ, belonging to the eldest of the adult siblings, Uncle Kraus. It looked like he hadn't arrived yet either, so that seat was empty. And then opposite of him, on the right-hand side of the first row, sat the eldest daughter of the family, Auntie Ava, ranked at number 3. The left-hand side of the second row was for number 4. There sat the old bastard Rudolph as the third of the siblings. Opposite him sat number 5, the youngest sibling, Auntie Rosa. Going like this, you might think that the next one to come would be their husbands and wives, but guess again, because the left-hand seat in the following third row, meaning rank number 6, was actually Jessica's seat.
Jesus, confusing.
Yeah, it's based by family lineage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the way it's being explained. It's like I can't follow. I just can't follow it.
Yeah, this is unironically a time
they're
where
literally showing them on screen for you. First row, second row, third row.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Although a little CG showing everyone sitting would be probably help convey all this a little bit better, maybe, but
first row, Kraus, Avis. if you're thinking of a diagram, on the left side, the grandfather at the top is Kraus, on the right side is Ava. Then bottom left, on the second row.
How do the rows work though? I mean,
you start
seats at a table.
Yeah, it's a long table. You start at where grandfather sits, and then goes down.
The end of the table, and then the next 2 would be like facing each other across from the table.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense now.
Opposite her was George and Nikki. Then the seat next to Jessica was me, and opposite me was Maria. And next to me, on the left-hand side of the 5th row, all the way down at number 10, finally came Aunt Natsu. Opposite her was Uncle Hideyoshi. And next to Aunt Natsu, in the 6th and final row on the left-hand side was Kyrie-san. The seat opposite to Kyrie-san had been laid out like the others, but was empty. According to this ranking system, that spot was the seat where Auntie Rosa's husband should be sitting. He hasn't come, as far as I know, yet the table had been laid for his seat. These kind of ranking orders usually permit the spouse a corresponding status, but the Ushiramiya family had an original kind of ranking. Maybe it's a leftover of male chauvinism. Chauvinism? I said that right.
Chauvinism.
Under the notion that a mother's womb is only a temporary house for the child and she contributes no genes, the children of direct descent would have the highest ranking, followed by the grandkids.
Did they say the woman has no genes? Did I mishear that?
Did you hear the rest of the context of the sentence that implied that it was a outdated idea?
Yeah.
Male chauvinism?
Yeah, no, I just think it's funny that not funny. I think it's crazy how outdated that is.
Yeah. Meaning that the spouses with no blood ties would be considered the last in line. It's terrible, but according to that ranking order, grandmother, if she was still alive, would be in a position even lower than mine. In youth, obey your father. After marriage, your husband. After aging, your children. A leftover of the times when they used to say, woman, no home in 3 worlds. Long ago, when I was so incapable of figuring all this out, I thought it was so great that we could all chat with the adult siblings, sitting in their group, and us cousins of ours. However, now that I can re-examine the seating order after growing up a bit, it stirs up some very complicated feelings in me. Aunt Natsuhi, married to the eldest son of the family, responsible for managing the household, and number 2 for all practical intents and purposes, sat to my right, which meant that she was 2 steps lower than me in the ranking order. It was difficult to guess what was going through her head. That's why I made a small apologetic gesture before sitting down.
Nice to see you, Butler-kun. You've grown quite tall, haven't you?
Huh? Ah, yeah. Normal life, you know? Food, meals, eating. Then suddenly I was this tall.
This tall!
This tall. They grow fast, don't they? How tall are you?
I guess about 80 I said it again. I said 80 centimeters in the first stream, and I said it again. I guess about 180 centimeters. No, wait, you missed your moment. You're supposed to jump in with, did you do anything besides eat?
Huh? Sorry.
After a moment, she gave a small laugh, but it seemed she couldn't quite figure out what she was supposed to be laughing at. This woman is Aunt Natsuhi. She's the wife of the eldest son of the family, meaning she is my dad's older brother's wife. Is it easier to get if I call her Jessica's mother? It feels bad to say it like this, but not that I hated her, but I didn't particularly like her. She never got into our kids' circle, and my only impression of her was as someone who was always talked about complicated stuff with my parents while having a crabby expression on her face. The fact is that having barely ever exchanged words, I hesitated a lot even just now about how to approach her. And it was pretty much a flop. The silverware had been tidily set up on the table, but the meal itself hadn't been brought in. As a rule, the meal doesn't start until the man at the head of the table has taken his seat. So as long as grandfather, the highest ranked, didn't come, lunch would be indefinitely on hold. Not even the appetizers would come. In other words, the silence in this dining hall was the sound of our parents as they withstood their hunger and waited, on tenterhooks, for grandfather to come. Except, the grandfather I remembered always showed up at the right time when we ate together like this. He wouldn't have been so late as to have everyone else waiting on him. Grandfather's pretty late. As far as I can remember, he was always strict about staying on time.
Well, maybe 6 years ago, yeah. But not lately. Seriously, he's off in his own little world now, and he doesn't even show up for family meals. I'd figured he'd at least stick around for today's meal, though. That said, if he doesn't turn up, I'll be a hell of a lot more relaxed and happier to boot.
Jessica!
After being scolded by her mother, Jessica faced the other way, sticking her tongue out. No way around it. Nothing to do but wait for the host to arrive. When I glanced at the clock, I saw there was almost 20 minutes past 12.
Does he arrive?
Oh my god.
There you go, Bill. The aged master of the Ushirimiya head house, Ushirimiya Kenzo. He was there in his study. The clock showed noon, but he didn't even attempt to get up. With reading glasses on his face, he stacked up old-fashioned books with elaborately designed bindings on the one on top of another beside him, immersing himself in their reading. It definitely didn't look like it was for his leisure. On the contrary, he exuded impatience, crisis, as though every minute, every second were precious. The sealed room was dense with dancing dust particles, and the air stagnated with a mix of smells of various elixirs, each giving off its own suspicious stench. They were somehow sweet and heavy. For anyone with a good nose, the first thing they'd do after entering would be to open a window and ventilate the room. The knocking against the study door had been going on for a while. A voice calling father sometimes mingled with the knocks. As Kenzo heaved a deep sigh, he snapped shut the old book he had in his hands and slammed it on the table. Then, he yelled at Kraus, who was continuing to knock on the door.
Silence! Will you not stop that noise, fool? Who taught you that door shall be opened upon unto you if you knock? They crucify that imbecile. Do you wish that same upon yourself?
Father, today is the day of the family conference. It comes just once a year. Everyone has gathered downstairs. Please come out. Kraus called out to his father through the door. Kenzo always shut himself up in the study and hated letting even his family into the room. For that reason, Kraus had no choice but to call out thus from the corridor.
Molest me not. Everyone who is everyone. Whoever the fools trying to drag me out of here, then kill them all. Chop them up, make them into firewood, feast them to the witch's hearth. Put a pot in that hearth and boil wormwood. And if there still remain imbeciles foolish enough to dare to try to lure me out of here, force them to drink that broth of the apocalypse. Preserve the remainder in liquor. Ah, Genji, where are you? Call for Genji. Have my demonic absinthe prepared. The whispering of the green fairy reaches me no longer. Ah, where is Genji? Call for Genji.
Before the door, Kraus, Nanjo, and Genji kept waiting for the master of the house, who would not come out. Looks like he hates me to his core. My voice doesn't reach him anymore. Kraus shrugged as though saying, "It's no use," and smiled bitterly. He himself hadn't believed for a moment that his father would answer his calls. However, as it was his duty of the eldest son, he had formally made the request. Okay, if you want to do...
I'll have to be the doctor if Rose wants to be the doctor.
Okay, I can do a doctor. Kenzo-san.
Oh, okay, you can do a doctor.
Kenzo-san, your sons and daughters and grandchildren have come to see you, you know. How about you show your face just a little?
Shut up! Be silent! You dare admonish me, Nanjo? I do not call for you. I said to call for Genji. Now hurry, call for in this instant. Time is short. The apostles are already ready in the trumpets. Why do you not understand this, you foolish sheep?
Kenzo slammed
This guy's insane. Actually fucking lost it.
Maybe a little bit. Kenzo slammed the old heavy book on the table over and over. The racket obviously indicated his highest displeasure. Kenzo put his spectacles down and flew up from his chair. He spread his arms wide open as if to sing to a packed opera house, as if appealing to someone, and yelled,
Why? Why is there always something in my way? I would throw it all away. I would offer up everything, and there is only one thing I ask in repayment. Is it Beatrice? Oh, Beatrice. If I could see your smile but one more time, I would plunder the smiles of the earth and offer them all up to you. Oh, commanders of the locust regions, reap the smiles of the earth.
Is that really good?
All is filthy, all is irksome. Why must I suffer this impediment on the most precious of days? Call for Genji.
I have no idea why he's yelling. I guess he's finally gone nuts. Son, isn't that a bit harsh to your birth father?
If someone's gone nuts, they're gone nuts.
My dad is already dead. Nuts.
Nuts.
All that's here is a phantom of what he once was. At any rate, as long as he lacks the will to leave that room, there's nothing we can do. Kenzo-san. Choking coughs continue to pour from the study. I'm going back downstairs. It would be a waste to let that lunch Goda's so proud of get any colder. It's one of the few things the others have to look forward to here. Kraus spun on his heels. He looked at his wristwatch, mumbling and acting as though he had wasted time doing something he knew would be in vain. Genji-san, father is calling for you. Keep him company.
Certainly.
Dr. Nanjo, let's go eat. If we stay here any longer, even our sense of taste will go insane from the sweet smell. Without waiting for Nanjo, Kraus went downstairs. Genji urged Nanjo to go and eat. Nanjo looked first to Kraus's back as he disappeared down the stairs, then to the study door, and he let out a deep sigh. Sorry, Genji-san. Please.
Yes, please leave it to me.
If possible, don't give him alcohol. It's too powerful a habit.
Is Genji not here yet? Who dares keep Genji from coming? Where is Genji? Call for Genji!
What the fuck? Now, please leave it to me.
Sorry. Nanjo gave a small duck of his head and descended the stairs. Genji saw him off and knocked on the study door.
My lord? It is Genji.
Genji!
He's crying! No!
He waits so long.
Yeah, no. He's been crying for a little bit.
There is no one there, I trust.
Yes. I am alone.
Kenzo returned to his seat in the study and pressed an old-fashioned switch on the table. After a small delay, the heavy sound of the door unlocking could be heard. Kenzo believed that his family might try to break into his study. Perhaps someone once opened the window for some air and scattered some important documents or something. And that had made him extremely upset. Now, Kenzo had placed a secure lock in his room, making it so that without his permission, nobody could enter, and locking himself in the dungeon he himself created. Genji, who he trusted the most, was relatively free to enter the room, but even that was not absolute. If Kenzo was in a bad mood, even he wouldn't be able to enter. Anyone else would be limited to holding a conversation through the door, not even seeing his face. and most of the time, they wouldn't even get a real conversation. However, that didn't pose any particular problem for his family. That was because they had no reason to go out of the way to interfere with the retirement of the cantankerous and aged head. The fact that he was completely immersed in his odd research and always locked up in his hideaways was something of a benefit. They made the most of his refusal to leave the study, entrusting him to the hands of the servants, while they themselves kept their distance.
Genji, my usual. I'm busy.
Yes.
Genji headed to a corner of the study. There, suspicious-looking bottles boasting venomous colors were on display. They were actually liquor, but considering that they were placed in the shady-looking room, you could almost suspect that they might actually be ghastly poisons.
Ghastly poisons?
Ghastly.
Ghastly.
Ghastly. The inside of the study was filled with the mountainous library of outlandish books that Kenzo had amassed. They were bizarre old books, some banned, and each and every one of them either forbidden, cursed, or sealed. Of course, if one were to actually call them old books, Kenzo would fly into a rage, say something like this.
Call them grimoires.
There were candles which had melted in a suspicious-looking fashion and taken on peculiar forms, and all manner of other strange objects, probably having something to do with black magic. The constellations covering the celestial globe would have caused anyone who knew the night sky well to raise an eyebrow. The illustrations inscribed in old books, haphazardly left open, range from the religious and mythical to the demonic and grotesque, as well as bizarre diagrams of various magic circles. And above all, the sweet poisonous smell that filled the room, which to those entering for the first time would surely be a profound assault on their sense of sight, smell, and all their other senses, making them lose their grip on reality. Inside that study, Genji, with his well-trained hand, prepared Kinzo's usual drink. If you didn't know that the ghastly green liquid that filled the complexly designed bottle was liquor, you certainly wouldn't want to put it in your mouth. He poured a small quantity of the spirit into the glass, placed a cube of sugar in a strangely shaped spoon, and then poured water from a pitcher over it. Strangely, when the colorless water was poured into it, the dark green liquid turned a cloudy white. It created the strange visual illusion that the water had caused a chemical reaction, which made it all the more difficult to perceive the concoction as liquor. To this, he added an original flavoring that Kenzo liked, and fine-tuned the taste. There was no recipe. Its success was measured only by Kenzo's mood swing when he drank it, and he had learned how to make it only after many decades. Genji placed the glass on a tray, and made his way over to Kenzo. Kenzo was now gazing out the window.
As you asked, my lord.
Thank you.
Kenzo had regained his composure, so much so that he was now unrecognizable as the man who had been shouting, screaming, and yelling just moments before.
He's an alcoholic!
Maybe just a little bit. And that
He's
man...
also been cursed by the witch.
True.
Cursed by the witch to be an alcoholic.
Cursed by the witch, and the only cure is alcohol.
Beatrice cursed me with being an alcoholic. And that man's glass filled a dignity and intelligence made plain simply by how he tilted his glass and gazed down at the scenery beyond the window. Genji, in order to allow Kenzo to set down his glass any time, motionlessly waited behind and to his left, as though he were a living sideboard. As he did, Kenzo stuck out the glass, his gaze still directed at the world outside the window. There was just a mouthful remaining. It was not a gesture intended to set upon the tray, as Genji expected, but was a motion to hand the glass over to Genji.
Drink it, my friend.
That is more than I deserve.
No need for ceremony between us. Drink it. Friend.
Thank you.
Genji respectfully received the glass and inclined it a little to taste its contents. Then he downed it in one gulp.
I attempted to imitate your concoction, but no matter how I try, I cannot replicate the taste. The way you make it is pure relish.
Thank you very much. It is the fruit of your guidance, my lord.
Kinzo smiled as a loyal subject who refused to put aside rank, even when asked to. However, he was not making fun of him. It was relaxed, like a smile at a close friend's unriddable bad habit.
We have grown old, you and I. I forgot my age a long time ago.
That I was permitted to live the life I have until today has been all thanks to you, my lord.
Kinzo gave a thin smile, as if to say he didn't need compliments.
You have served me exceedingly well these years. My sons call me eccentric. The servants that were once many, all of them retired in their growing fear of me. Only you, even now, serve me.
That is more than I deserve.
I doubt I have much time left to live. My sons are vultures, lazily waiting for my inheritance to fall upon their hands. That fool Kraus squanders money like water, throws away 2 gold coins to obtain 1. With that, he deludes himself into saying he earned money. Eva is a slave to money, thinking of me as a hen or whatnot. As if when I die, she'll even use my carcass to make broth. That dunce Rudolph just wants to fool around with women. Rosa bore the baby of a nobody. Jessica is incompetent and illiterate. George is none of what it takes to be a man. Battler is a fool who threw away the honor of the Ushimira family. And Maria is obscene to the eye.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, what does that mean, huh?
Yeah.
Why? Why is there Shiramiya blood so incompetent? Is there anyone worthy to inherit the glory I've built? Of course I know. This is Beatrice's curse, I know it. Golden Witch, is this supposed to be a revenge against me? Hate me if you wish. Run away if you wish. I won't let you go. I won't let you go. Let you go. Let you go. You are mine. You cannot be anywhere else but in my arms. You are my entire life. You'll continue to whisper for all eternity in my birdcage to me, only to me. Beatrice. Why? Why won't you give me back your smile? Oh, Beatrice.
You prefer doing the oohs or the ohs?
I prefer those, honestly. This guy's funnier.
Yeah, he is.
More tragic.
It's fucking awful.
Well, maybe not more tragic. The other one, we'll find out.
After howling, Kinzo choked once again. Genji set the tray and the glass down and patted his master's back. Genji's Did not change. There. You're just a little bit cursed. It's okay.
There. You're just fucking an evil bastard.
He was literally like, I don't like this person because they got married to someone who isn't rich. Like, bro, what?
Like,
fucking. I can understand him getting mad at like the people who are like, oh, well, like they're not making as much money as I thought they would. But like, it's like, oh, they didn't get married to rich people.
Like.
And what the fuck was the thing about Battler? He's betrayed the family or some shit?
He disgraced the family.
Yeah. Like, Battler refused, like, to be with... to show up to the family conferences.
Yeah, he gave up the name and went with his mother.
Yeah, his mother's grandparents. Yep. So... But yeah,
fair, honestly, but I guess I do understand why that guy would be mad about it. But like, fuck, it's so stupid.
That's probably the most legitimate one he could be mad about. It's like, okay, you rejected the family though. Okay, like I get that one kind of. The rest of them just seemed kind of shitty. I mean, that
like the little girl, he's just like, you're a disgrace. Yuck.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting, child. He's like 9 years old, dude.
Even like Jessica, who like still like at high school, he's still just like illiterate. What is it exactly he said? Like, confident and illiterate. George has done what it takes to be a man. Like,
what the fuck? Yeah, what is his problem with George? George seems like he's actually the most reasonable person out of all these.
He wants violence and hate because he is a violent and hateful person.
And is Jessica illiterate? I guess we haven't seen that.
I don't think she is. No.
No, she
probably refused to read a book one time that he asked her to read a book. And then he's just like, oh, she's illiterate. No.
She's worthless. But yeah, no, it's like you hear him about like sitting there like my sons and daughters are conspiring to like are hanging around me like vultures, but then he also like seems to value his children based on their like status and up to his strange aptitudes and whatnot. Genji's facial expression did not change. It was always like this.
Thank you, my friend.
After his almost deranged outburst of the past few minutes settled down, Kinzo regained his composure. Almost. Kinzo regained his composure once more. The way his attitude changed was like seeing two different people, a wild Kizno and a composed Kinzo, living together inside one body. And so
I have decided. I cannot stand spending the insipid remainder of my life procrastinating like this. If I have any final coins left to gamble, then I choose to abandon them all to the whims of the demon's roulette. The power of magic is always determined by the risk staked upon it. Like visiting a shrine at the hour of the ox in ancient Japanese sorcery to nail a cursed doll to a tree. The magic power dwells in incurring the risk that it will be seen before 7 days pass. The more dangerous the risk, the stronger the magic power will be. All the various miracles that appear in myth can be called crystals of astonishing magic power, obtained through miraculously low probabilities and astronomical risks. That Moses parted the sea was no miracle of God's. It was that utterly desperate risk weighed upon the scales of oppression, of being cornered by soldiers on the Red Sea shores, which gave birth to miraculous magic power.
Preaching scripture. Oh.
Even if the same thing occurs again on the same scope, that sea will no doubt not part. It is because Moses managed to spectacularly draw out the single miracle carved in the roulette of those in power, which has more pockets than... what the fuck? Than Asugi and Nayuta, multiplied together.
Those are very big numbers.
The power to triumph over astronomical odds. Yes, magical power is, in other words, having the luck to grasp miracles. To obtain great magical power, one must bear a risk that is hopelessly great. Those who possess no magic would call this not a bet, but pure desperation. However, those who truly do possess magical power can grasp hold of that miracle and take the enigma come into being. And if that power exists within me, I will seize that miracle. I will be able to make that wish I devoted my life towards come true.
Kinzo looked up at the sky outside the window. He spread his arms as if appealing to someone up in the skies.
And if I were to have what it takes to obtain that miracle, oh, Beatrice, show me your lovely smile once more. No matter how much time passes, your face does not vanish. I just want to see you smile, that is all. I'll return everything you granted me. I'll return all the glory I've gained since that day. I don't need fortune, prestige, gold. I'll return everything you granted me. I just want to see your smile. I beg of you, Beatrice.
His nonsensical yells segued into a scream, and then into a wail. Kinzo crumpled onto the floor and clawed at it with both hands. Genji had no choice but to wordlessly watch over his master's lament.
So you're not coming to lunch?
It just comes down to lunch, starts screaming about Beatrice at the
table. I'd kill my children in blood to have your smile.
Beatrice.
I think somebody should napalm the old man.
They should firebomb his study.
Yeah.
This scene is almost over, and then we'll end it for the end stream for today, so we'll just get a little bit longer. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the head of the family is not in his best shape. He considered it a great shame that he will not be able to partake in lunch with you all, having assembled especially for this long-awaited yearly meeting. Goda, let the lunch begin.
Certainly. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, we shall begin today's luncheon. Dr. Nanjo, is father's condition that bad? Surely you could have at least showed his face.
Rather than his physical condition, it's his mood. And for that, there is no medicine I can prescribe.
He's your mood stabilizer.
Oh, come on, for God's sake. Mood again. I come to hear how he's doing, making time in our schedules in this damn busy season of autumn. It's just...
Then you got what you wanted, Rudolph. You managed to hear how he's doing. Or do you want to take my place? Try to persuade our ill-humored father to come join us.
Are you kidding?
Rudolph shrugged. Apparently, even though Rudolph seemed to resent the way his father did whatever he pleased, he'd rather avoid seeing his face if he could help it.
Does it seem like his mood will improve before dinner? Krasny-san?
I have no idea. You can try to ask Father directly, although I think his mood will improve faster if we don't bother him.
The only one who can bring grandfather's temper under control is Genji-san. It's empathetic when you have to have a servant deal with your own parents' bad mood.
Jessica, don't speak out of turn. She'd planned for her complaint to be heard only by her cousins, but had reached even Krause's ears. Scolded, Jessica scowled and turned away, sulking. His condition can't be that bad, can it? With that kind of temper? I mean, if they were saying he's not feeling well, it'd be one thing. But if his mood is that bad, at least that's proof that he's got some fight in him.
Well, grandfather does have especially strong willpower. I don't think he does. But it doesn't mean that his body will always follow that. Since last year, I keep seeing he has 3 months left. If the initial diagnosis was correct, grandfather's been prolonging his life with willpower alone. We have to be concerned for him.
Lunch started with the family head seat still empty. The man who should have been sitting there was already old, and the brilliant glory which had rebuilt the Ushirimiya family in a single lifetime was slowly being forgotten. No one seemed to feel uncomfortable when the meal began, with that seat still empty.
Crack!
Alright, let me do...
Check this. Sick kickflip.
Whoa. Kickflip.
Beatrice.
In my other monitor, I have like a playthrough of the game that I watched a while ago, like after I had already read it. I'm like using that to like judge where we are, and I'm like peeking ahead so I remember where we are and when. Do you guys have enough in you for one like 20-minute scene?
I'd
if you gotta
rather go make food. I'm hungry. I'm also wanting to make Luna food.
Okay. No, we can end it here then. That's no biggie.
Mm-hmm.
Let me save the game. Behold, it didn't crash this time. Yippee.
Also, your microphone didn't freak out after the restart, by the way.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes it's not like a consistent thing. Restarting the computer just fixes it for some reason. I don't know why. Like why it's like this, because before I restarted, I tried like turning the focus right on and off, and that didn't fix it, but the restart for some reason worked. It's weird. Yeah. That is where we're going to end stream for today, everybody. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did. With reading Umineko. We will be playing more of this next week, next Tuesday at 8 p.m. EST, same time as this stream started. But before that, I'll be playing more Scarlet Hollow and Factorio this week on Friday and Saturday. So hopefully I'll see you guys around for that. Thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out with us. Let's find someone to raid. Who to raid? Who's live right now? Who's live? Are there any homies online? I haven't made Meaty Hook in a hot minute. I'll go send you guys over to Meaty Hook. She is playing Pal World. Go send her my love and support. There we go. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday for some more Scarlet Hollow. Thank you all for stopping by and hanging out with us tonight. I appreciate it very, very much. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.